God.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I'm sure about this.
Like, you got hurt and everything. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
literally just got stabbed and you're about to go run into debate.
yeah, I mean, just because I got stabbed doesn't mean that I have to sit down and do nothing all day. I'm fine. It hurts a bit, but it, you know.
I can see that this is important to you, so I'm not gonna tell you no or force you to stay home or anything, but please don't overexert yourself. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know. It.
Have your wounds, like, anywhere near healed?
Lucky it's been like 3 days.
I know, that's my point.
Uh, they're as
It's been
healed
3 days.
as they're ever gonna be.
You're a diligent one, I can tell you that.
I don't know if it's diligence or trauma, but it's something.
I mean, it's definitely trauma, but I didn't want to say that out loud.
Oh god.
But wishing you luck. I'm sure little Pedro here is too.
Should I bring Pedro with me? Be my little support Pedro. My
People
support
love
pigeon.
support animals. I think you should.
You think I should bring Pedro
But
with me today?
absolutely.
Alright. You know
You're
what,
gonna be
Pedro?
too distracted by the bird to
What
accept
the
your
fuck are you. Okay.
the opposition's argument.
Hello?
GD!
Oh, hey.
Hey!
The debate's about to start. I was coming in to see if you were here.
Yeah, I'm all good to go. Come on, Lucky.
Alright.
You have something on your back, by the way.
Yeah, it's Pedro. Oh shit, no, the cardboard cutout, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, I hope this goes okay. It's been rough. I feel like they're gonna bombard us with questions that
Yeah,
we
and I'm
can't
not
answer.
feeling the greatest.
You aren't? That's not good.
Oh, you don't know, I
Just...
got stabbed.
Huh?
Yeah,
By who?
I don't know, I didn't see them.
They just came up and stabbed you, like, in the back?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, are you doing okay right now? Like...
Ah, I've been better, but we've got a debate to go to, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh-huh.
you sure? Like, I...
Yeah, I don't want to leave you hanging.
Alright, well, I guess let's get going.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, by the way, this happened, like, I think yesterday or the day before, a few days ago. Um, Ace and Asher got into a fight, or whatever, and Ace was killed. Asher
Oh.
was trying... It wasn't like a thing Asher just randomly killed someone. Asher was just talking. Ace got upset at what Asher said and started, like, attacking. So,
Oh.
I just thought I'd let you know.
Got it.
Yeah. I don't think there needs to be anything else to be done because, it's already done. I don't think anyone needs to be sent to jail. Asher was just doing self-defense and, Ace died in that whole thing, so...
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Just thought I'd let you know before this whole thing starts, just in case they ask you about it.
Okay.
I don't know if There particularly likes me very much. I know we're on decent terms, I just don't know.
I mean, I don't think there doesn't like me, but I don't think there has any. I think there is very neutral opinions of me.
Yeah.
I didn't know he started
There's...
putting up posters.
Yeah, honestly, I think mine looks better.
Yeah,
Or
I agree
sorry,
with that.
ours. Yeah. I think we gotta make one with your face and then put those up too.
Maybe.
That's beneficial.
I don't know if anyone would really want to see my face on a poster.
I mean,
It's not about what
it
they
would
want to see.
it would get
It's about
around.
what they need to see.
Yeah.
I guess.
Where's Meredith? Meredith's usually around you like all the time.
I don't. She said she had something to do today. Something with Sai, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Talking about wanting to set something up. I don't know.
Right.
It's just in that area, in theirs basement, right? Like not the interview area, but it's the other area that we saw.
I think so.
All right. Worth a check. I can just cut through here, I think.
Oops.
Oh, yep, I see it right here.
Oh.
The auditorium. I don't think I've been in the auditorium. I saw a little bit of it when it was being built, but
How did I not notice the big hole in the ground?
I mean,
not many
there are a
people
lot
do.
of things that people don't notice. Big holes in the ground is one of them. Things beneath our feet, very oblivious to those.
Yeah, typical. Apparently,
Other things.
people
Oh,
living underground, very oblivious to that.
yeah. Pedro. Oh my god,
Um,
what the fuck?
are you sure you want to bring him?
Yeah,
People love small, cute animals.
Okay.
people love Pedro.
Oh, it's...
That's... Okay, was that Asher and Moss?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and Sai.
You know what, maybe we wait right here until they're done with whatever they're doing, you know?
Um,
Are they done?
oh wait, everyone's gonna be here. Hold on.
Why does it sound like chickens down here?
I don't know, but we should see what everyone's talking about over there.
JD. Hey Meredith, how you been?
Doing all right. Come on in.
All right.
Same old clothes, huh, GD?
Hi.
Right.
Well, I kind of made
Hi.
these
Come
for
on in.
the
You can go sit at the
election.
bottom and just wait for people.
Lucky. Come on
It's
in.
just been a
Couple
little
later
bit,
here.
you know.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying.
Are we like the only few people that dressed up besides like YB and JD?
Your bird is scaring the hell out of me, YB.
It's Pedro!
Oh,
Is that your
Whitey,
running
how are you
partner?
doing?
I know, but it's making the creeper sound effect noise, and it's really giving
He's
me
just
the
a silly, goofy guy. Hi.
Is the bird your running partner?
No, JD is.
That's unfortunate.
That works too. Not a bird.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, I see how it is.
Not take distract from you. I don't know.
So, where's Sam?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he couldn't make it today. I guess he's knee deep in trying to solve this whole mystery debacle. I don't blame him, really. I should honestly
away
be
from the
working
wire.
as well, but I really
No,
want to make
I
sure everybody comes
I
out
understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
unscathed.
Well, glad you came.
Well, I'm sure not some people are, but that's okay.
Do we just?
Just take your seats
Find your
wherever.
seats wherever. Yeah.
Oh, I'll just sit right here.
Anyone who's up over by the podium, if you see the light go off and nobody come through, then that's a problem. Warn someone.
All right.
Okay.
We'll be paying attention to that sort of thing, but if you catch it before we do.
Oh yeah, is that like a little security measure almost?
Yeah. Someone steps through, even if they're invisible, the light goes off.
Can you,
Huh.
jump over it? No.
I
Well,
don't
there
think
goes your
so.
bird.
Looks
Yeah, your
like a
bird's running
tripwire.
away.
Yeah,
Pedro's a
really-
free
Your bird's a
man.
follower.
All right, stop with. You're gonna let someone get through right now if they're invisible. I'm so glad your bird can't start it though. That would be a problem.
What if I just
Kind
leave
of
him
right
there?
on top of the wire.
Your bird's just
There
sitting
he
on
is.
top of the
There you go.
string.
Now he's gonna sit there the whole time.
Let's
You're
raise
gonna be a
some light
menace,
of
aren't you? You're
Marigold.
gonna be a little menace.
Mm-hmm.
Step away from the wire.
I'm talking to the bird.
You know, I really hope Jay just slept in.
I saw him up in his bedroom when we passed his house.
You know, as funny as it is, I do need you to take your bird back.
Oh. Come here, Pedro.
He's standing on the tripwire. I wouldn't.
All right, so
I
Do we
would
know
prefer if you
how?
guys
We're
were
up there,
to
right?
sit with the runnies, runnies in pairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can sit right here, I guess.
Pedro, get off my shoulder. Sit down. There we go.
So
Sit
why did
between
you
us.
bring Pedro to the debate? Is he gonna be speaking for you, or
No.
I think Pedro's very.
Greatest president of Marigold, right there.
that's a
I
really good
like
Pedro's
president?
Pedro.
just
Hi,
the
name?
translator.
Oh, there's Rob. Rob,
Rob.
where have
Okay,
you been?
come on in.
Thank
Rob,
you.
Step off the wire.
uh,
Thank you.
if you don't mind,
Hey
no
Rob, why
gear.
weren't you at the hospital a couple days ago?
Yeah.
I've been at the library.
Well, you might want
Um,
to be in the hospital a little more because there was kind of a little
Are
medical
you okay?
emergency.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Rob, where's MBS?
they're right behind me.
I don't see
I mean,
any
it doesn't look like
MPS.
it.
I mean, they could have got lost coming down here. Was
Yeah,
Well,
that is true. I guess
you know
they
how
did do
us
that.
Marigoldians love to talk to each other so much, so could be that.
yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Ah,
Mhm.
I do need to put you two in the attendance too.
What do you mean I own this place?
Uh, there and
This
MBS.
place looks nice.
What?
He
Who are
really.
you?
Hi,
I don't
boys.
know.
Where the hell did?
There's people I have not met yet. Who is this?
That's
What do you mean I've saved your life?
Who are you?
Who do you
Remind
think
me.
I am?
Remind me who you are, goddammit.
MPS.
Okay, then yeah, I was
Yes.
right.
Yeah, I've saved your life. You should remember my name.
Hey, Sai,
Bastard.
what's up?
Oh yeah, I did remember your name, and then you were like, "What?"
Be vigilant.
God.
Be careful.
Yeah. It's,
The last thing we want is another speech,
yeah.
gone wrong.
Thank God he's not running away.
Well, that's why we have the security system in
I know,
place.
you step on it, light shows up. Someone invisible comes in, it still pops up. We've had problem with invisible people before, as
I mean-
MBS knows.
You do know they can jump, right?
They can
Wow,
jump
the
through
great
wireless.
idea. Great idea.
Through this? I don't
Just
know
jump.
if that'll work.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
I mean, if they had a
The only
pro,
way
they could
they're able to
technically
get in
throw
is
it
if
over.
they break in, which
You could always add another
Oh,
block
yeah.
on top if you really want to make sure.
In
I
all
don't think
fairness,
it's-
if there even wasn't a tripwire, they're still breaking in.
yeah.
I mean,
True.
they could also
They-
use an ender pearl and
But
Or
I mean,
they
could
we
just
would
all
see
that-
the girl.
all that makes sounds though. So
even that. Well, we also have to consider the possibility that they just don't care about stealth and they just come in and start raiding us.
Oh.
Hello.
But we did kind of enter
there's
through the
kind
backside.
of
Look who
Jay?
it is.
hey.
Looky who it
Jay.
is.
Hi. Good morning.
Hey,
Lovely seeing you all.
give you the rundown since you're going to be up on the podium. If you see the light go off and nobody walk through, that is a problem. Alert someone if nobody else has noticed.
All right. Got it. Anything else?
That's it.
I don't think I've ever been this nervous before, Jay.
I'm a little nervous too. I'll admit. But
We're surrounded by people who don't like us.
do you mind if we talk real quick? Another room.
Sure.
All right. Maybe go
I'm
back
gonna
this
step
way.
out for a second.
One at a
Meredith.
time. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
VC2. Yeah.
Sure, do you think people know you?
I'm nervous. I'm really.
let's go take
This is
our
kind
seat.
of
At least right here in Tub.
We got
Don't let
this.
people see.
yeah. Just tell the truth. That's all they. That's all we can do.
God.
Just don't. No matter how bad it might sound, just don't lie. Just tell the truth, even if it's like not what they want to hear.
Got it.
Please step off of the Thank you.
Yeah.
I get it. It's very simple. It works. Please do not step on it for extended periods of time.
Okay then.
I
That
wonder, what if
works.
you had like put note blocks or something behind it so it made a little sound? Just to alert when someone does walk through it.
It's a
is that a
version
bird?
2, I guess.
It's a pigeon.
Just an idea.
Okay.
Keep that in mind for the next version.
If you guys need, I have redstone and wood, so we could make note blocks really quick.
Well, we would have to take some of this apart, and I don't want someone slipping through during all that. Not in the slight chance that someone would, you know.
That's fair enough.
And this is Marigold, so there's always a possibility.
There's a worse time for everything. MBS, what you doing?
Mans has already made his
Nothing.
Getting ready to make his debate.
He's
Oh,
debating with himself.
okay.
Debating arson.
Just don't burn
I'm
the
just
place
waiting.
down. We can.
I feel
We
like
still
that's a
need to
bad
Just
time to
waiting.
be
debate.
debating arson.
Are there any like other ways to get in and out of here in event of emergency, or is it like the
No.
one?
Well,
No.
Okay.
Well, I
okay, well
mean,
that's
That's
comforting.
I'm just gonna make sure to have my armor ready to go then, I guess.
yeah,
Same.
maybe just don't die.
Don't die.
Easier said than done.
No, I think it's pretty easy to not
You know,
die.
I kind of have to actually agree with that. That's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should just not die.
Wow, thanks for the tip.
I mean, I feel
Just say
like
no.
Such a man with
unfortunately, the
words.
most,
You are
like,
definitely gonna
people
win
to
the
die are
debate.
the ones gonna be on stage. So,
I'm saving the fancy words for people who understand them.
Did he take Rob? Did you make sure MBS gets his old kook medicine?
I think it's time for him to take his meds.
Yeah.
I think he's fine.
I'm not that old.
I don't
I
know.
mean, you're
With that
pretty.
haircut, you kind of look pretty old.
Damn.
That was just rude.
It's
They're
MBS.
standing right there. They're standing right there.
Come on, There's ponytail is cool. You have to admit.
Bullshit.
That's his hair?
You didn't know that?
Well,
I
I've
like
never
the
really
hair.
seen him up close before. I mean, he kind of always runs away. I guess he's just really shy.
We are. Why are you looking at me? They said it.
I'm kind of surprised he's still standing there.
What am I witnessing?
I don't know. Help me, please. I feel uncomfortable.
Hold on, wait, what
The
happens if I, like,
debate.
get closer? Is he gonna run?
Listen, I know I'm attractive. You don't have to keep looking at me. Look at MBS.
Why is he still...
That got him
Shit.
to
I
look
think we
away.
broke him. I don't think he can handle this many people being around.
Really?
Hey!
Ow, that hurt.
Please, no violence.
Wake up.
I feel like
Is there any more candidates even coming?
I know Sai's vice president isn't gonna be here, and Jay doesn't even have one. So
Jay shouldn't
Other-
even be able to
How does that work?
be in the
Yeah, I was
debate
gonna
if
say, that's so
I know
unfair.
it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
whole
here we
thing,
are.
and honestly, the
no one
whole
can stop
situation
him.
is let him run. He's probably not gonna win anyways, with or
he
without a vice
physically
president.
can't run is the thing. He
Yeah.
can't run without a vice president. So why let him debate?
I don't know.
I guess just to laugh at
It's
him?
just been a
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Like-
he's here.
Gonna get crapped on a lot.
I feel like this is either gonna prove that he's not gonna change or show him that what he's doing is wrong. So, because he's gonna get called out a few times.
Let's just get this over with.
How long until we plan on starting this entire?
Whenever Sai and Jay get back.
Yeah.
Typical Mr.
If they get back.
I have a feeling that Sai and Jay are just gonna run
Is
together.
this really all the people that are
I really hope
actually
not.
coming? Wow, me and Moss even showed up. Half the Marigoldans even seem to
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
We
I appreciate that you guys showed up.
Oh, we gotta support some people. We can't let Jay win.
And gotta stay updated on the politics.
That's
Yeah.
also very true.
I have to be here, and if it lasts too long, I have a couple bottles of water on me.
You can't prepare.
I wish I had a bottle of
Always.
tequila on me.
Oh,
Hi.
Puffer's here.
All right, one at a time. Name, please.
First comment?
Puffer's here. Oh my god, I didn't think
Puffer's
he'd show up.
Hey guys.
Name.
Hi, Puffer.
Didn't bring the
Puffer!
Right.
Puffer.
Okay, come on in.
Puffer,
Next.
you're a fan favorite here.
Hi. Name.
Hey, Puffer.
Hey guys.
Hi, Puffer.
Hello.
Name.
Did we tell Puffer
Ring
that we're
too?
engaged?
What?
We didn't tell Puffer that we're engaged.
Can I get your name,
Oh,
please?
no,
you
you
told me
that?
actually.
Oh yeah, we're
Rain?
engaged.
Oh.
Right. Okay,
Engaged.
come on in.
I told when I was telling you about the talk with.
Hey,
You're already on the list. Come on in. Nah, you have to put your name on it twice. Come on in.
Right. I'm gonna have to ask everyone to take their seats, please. If you don't mind.
There. What order are we doing things in?
Do I let people in who come late?
Well,
I don't see why not.
yeah, sure, why not?
I think just keep an eye on the door.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yes, there are chairs here you can sit in.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing.
I'm fine just here.
Well, you're gonna have to move in a moment because vice presidents, if you have any, please go up to the stand.
Yeah, I do.
Wait, Rob,
Called it.
vice president? Rob, did you and Rob switch places, MBS?
Well,
Maybe.
Did you?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. It's not like he's gonna have a hard time.
I guess we're the only ones keeping it.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, okay. Let's...
What?
With the notes on it, did you give it to him?
Yeah.
What?
He forgot his
Please
speech.
take your spots.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
This is an open platform where we're listening to everyone here. So, please remember, this is a civil discussion. No one's going to be attacking anyone. Nothing's going to happen. We want to keep this nice and calm. Too much has happened already. Understand?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Let's begin with, opening statements from all the parties. See where we go from there. Rob, care to start?
Opening statement.
negative
Yeah.
name.
Just go. Ignore it.
I would like to say that I would be a good candidate for your vote because I've caused a lot of change in the town, and I feel like I should be chosen as your number one option.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Odd way to start. Why? You got something?
I think that JD and I would be great candidates for your vote, simply because we've been here for it all, we've seen it all, and we want change, and we're willing to make that change.
It's at the end of the statement.
Yeah. Short and simple.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like it. Sai?
All we care about is making Marigold safe. That's all I want. That's it.
Okay. You know what?
Name. And alright.
let's open there. On the topic of security,
Name?
as you probably know, if you don't, you have some problems. There's been some issues recently. How would you plan to
Yeah.
prevent future incidents? Let's start over here. Side.
I major in technology. That's my strongest suit. With technology, I can make a lot of changes around here, along with Jay. Jay and I have, frankly, what I would just say, the same goals. And if we were given just a little bit of power, just a little bit of funding, I think I would be able to make security measures that'll keep us all from looking behind us, looking over our shoulders constantly. Uh, like I said, safety is my utmost priority. I don't want it so much so that people are constantly being watched, but I wanted to make it a little bit more safer here. With technology, and my biggest spot is technology. I feel like we'd be able to do something, B and J. But
Alright.
That's it.
Okay, before we continue, a quick reminder that this is open discussion. If any of the candidates have anything they'd like to say at any point to any of the others, please feel free to do so.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what's your plans with the skulk you're experimenting with?
The Skulk is an ongoing experiment that I wish I had more time with. It is absolutely up there with my list of priorities, and if it wasn't for the cultists being up there as well, I think the Skulk would be right there with it. The second I can expand my lab, I promise I will be working day in and day out on trying to get rid of the Skulk. Absolutely.
But do you really think it's a smart idea to be containing it in these little capsules, especially with everything going on? I mean, the whole explosions. How do you know that one of those explosions, they could have gone astray and set the Skulk free? That
You're
would have
right.
been terrible. It's not worth experimenting with.
That's true, and that's why I don't plan on really experimenting with it over ground. I'm planning on having an underground lab for experiments that could go absolutely wrong. So when it comes to the Skulk, which is probably the most dangerous, I would have it deep, deep, deep underground in a lab where I can make sure that the rest of the town is safe if it in fact goes wrong.
Well, I respect that, and in fact, there's something I should probably talk to you about relating to Skulk. If you have some free time.
Of course, of
at some
course.
point. Okay, that's
I have a
that's
question.
the end of my question.
I have a question for Sai.
Rob, the floor is for you.
Sure.
So, continuing the topic of the Skulk, how do you plan on studying the Skulk and running the country or the town?
I'm going to be brutally honest because I am no liar. That was not me, and that's not who I am. Running the country is secondary to the safety of the people, and when it comes to the Skulk, I will set aside my duties of running to Jay. Of course, I won't be running on Vice, but I will set aside most of the actual political running duties to Jay, while I personally gather a team to work on things such as the Skulk. That's how I would go about it.
Okay. I'm
All
satisfied.
right, let's focus back to the topic of conversation. YB, what are your plans for security going forward?
Well, I'm no scientist or fighter or whatever. So maybe I don't have the qualifications to sit here and be like, I can make sure that nothing ever will happen, but I can tell you that I'm going to try my damn best to make sure that the people here are safe, to do what I can to learn from the people around me and gather as much information I can and try to keep anyone I can safe. And I'm not going to stand here and make false promises that everyone will be safe. Because that's not fair to the people who aren't, to the people who do get hurt. It's not fair of me to promise things that I can't 100% be assured of. But I can assure you that I'm going to try. That I'm going to do all I can to learn and to figure out how to run the country the best And that includes asking people what they feel, figuring out what the country wants, what the people want from us, rather than sitting here and making promises to do things that I can't promise to do.
All right. Any comments?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, you said a lot about like that you're going to make us safe. How do you plan on making us safe?
Well, that's something I'll figure out as I go. Like I said, I'm not a fighter or a tech guy or whatever. I don't have training, I don't have anything, but I'm willing to ask around to figure out what people want and what other people suggest and figure it out from there. I have ideas. I have thoughts of different things that can be done, but I want to make sure that it is in the best interest of everyone else before we go forward with anything.
Okay.
Rob, you have a statement on the whole topic you'd like to prepare?
I would like to say that I've seen a lot of pain and death and misery, and I've seen a failure of a government to protect its people. And I can go ahead and say that from what I've seen, I could do better. The security around here is pretty terrible. I mean, it's really bad. There's no punishment for rule breaking. It's like a rogue city. So my statement on the security issue is I'll be focusing on things that will help everybody, more of like maybe building walls to add security, like more reinforcement into the nights to help, I don't know, like enforce the law and things like that. Um, I'll actually like be there. I think that's a good point to make. I feel like that's important. Um, I also feel like I'll have a plan that I believe in, and even though I value the output of everybody else in the town, it's my plan, and I feel like it would work. That's it.
I have a question for Rob.
Yes.
How would you go about placing walls around Marigold? In terms of how would people take that? How would you take that if they were to assume that this wall would make them feel outcasted from the outside world, closed in, way too watched, way too guarded? The biggest thing about security, at least from what I could tell in my experience on security, is that too much security will make people feel overprotected, too watched, no privacy whatsoever. And I feel like walls is the biggest way to make people feel completely enclosed and outsiders to a world that's beyond them. How would you go about doing something like this and avoiding that problem?
I feel like that's not a problem at all. I feel like being overprotected is way better than being underprotected. It's way better to be alive and I guess be watched than be dead because there's nothing in place to protect you.
So you suggest losing freedom in terms of, privacy, not being watched, in favor of maybe possibly not dying, with, of course, the also possibility of your security measures not even working in the first place. Therefore, not only do you have a security problem, but you also have people against your side because of the privacy issue. Are you sure this is the best way to go about it?
I don't feel like it's a privacy issue. I feel like it's just protection against things that are outside. I feel like walls are necessary to keep things out. I feel like people can just enter the city and do whatever they like without no repercussions.
While I
feel like
believe that sorry
ahead.
for interrupting you. While I believe that walls is a good base structure on making people feel safer, and of course letting anybody into the town is also uh, a liability for risk, you have to also understand that freedom is important to the people, and eventually people will start to feel enclosed. Like for instance, walling off the city will uh, bring less outsiders, which means less people to join our ranks, less people to join the knights, and less people to build our cities. Sure, there is a possibility that murderer, whatever have you, but that also completely eliminates the possibility of letting in people who don't have that, that strange vibe to them. So again, not only do you have the possible privacy security measure issue, they also breach and security measure. You also have not letting new people into the town, which brings less workers and less people overall.
I disagree with everything you just said
You also have.
because.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Whitey.
You also have the issue of expansion. Marigold is always growing. There are always new people joining the town. You gonna keep tearing down the walls and moving them out further every single time a new person walks into town and wants to settle down here? Constant renovations, constantly moving the walls, constantly rebuilding them, putting forces out there just to change the wall when someone new comes into town? And what about the people who don't necessarily want to live in the wall, making them feel like they can't come in and can't be a part of Marigold because they don't want to live inside the wall and they won't get the... Are you saying the people outside of Marigold who live outside the wall won't get the same protection as the people inside? Or are you willing to set out more resources to protect those outside of the wall as well?
My mission right now is to rebuild and protect the city of Marigold. So I feel that any people who are afraid of the walls that are protecting our town that will be built if I am elected, I feel like that should be people who are afraid of like a city who protects their town. Like I disagree with what Sai said and the fact that it would deter people from coming here. I feel like people would want to go to a town that has walls and that protects itself. I feel like people would want to go to a town that cares about its citizens and wants to keep them alive.
Okay, one more question. I don't mean to harken on this topic over and over again, but again, expansion is in leeway for growth, which means you don't need a wall to gather more citizens to a city. There has been countless cities without walls that are absolutely thriving. Walls only ask for privacy issues and deter new people from coming in because of said privacy issues. Yes, walls can protect people from, let's say, dragons or let's say raiders. That is 100% apparent. But with the expansion of Marigold and too many walls, you are enclosing your citizens and deterring people who may want to join with us. I firmly believe a wall is the absolute opposite of a way to go. And if you want to have a city thrive, you need to expand it. Don't use walls to enclose it, you need to make it shine. Let people know that the city is open. But I apologize, that's just me.
Sorry, question? I've got a question for Rob.
Yes, sir.
So, your plans are to build walls. How do you expect that's going to help the relations between Evergreen and Marigold? I mean, as the mayor of Evergreen, I want to keep relations up, but building a wall, that's going to be very difficult for us.
That's no opposition to your town. It's just a precautionary measure against other people who would like to hurt us. Evergreen will still be included as a part of Marigold, I feel. Well, not as part of Marigold, but as a companion.
Subsection.
Yes, I mean, must I remind you that we are a sovereign nation? We aren't,
yes.
we're separate. We're under different jurisdictions. But while, it seems to me you're trying to say that everyone is hostile, but that also negatively impacts the people you're trying to help Marigold. The innocent people like the citizens of New Evergreen.
I feel like it's necessary to assume that everybody's out to get you. I feel like that's a basis of survival. I feel like you should always be cautious of what is the unknown. But I think you should also be open to the chance that people could come in and help you. That's why we're building the wall, to help maybe regulate the people who are coming in and maybe like get some documentation on them so they're not just rogues who are coming into our city and, I don't know, blowing up the place.
But a wall would isolate communities like Evergreen and Devilstown and the other ones out there. The smaller nations that can't protect themselves as easily as Marigold.
I agree.
I don't understand. We're not heeding protection of Evergreen or New Evergreen. We're just helping ourselves. Like, I encourage you guys to also build a wall to protect yourself. There's no less protection of Evergreen or anything like that. I want to be great friends with the nation of Evergreen. I want to be partners, trade partners. I want our cities to grow together. But it's just about national security and prevention against the death of, I don't know, multiple citizens that happened earlier. Maybe protection against the followers of Sharma.
That's okay. Well, for the citizens of Marigold in this room, I have a question for you. How do you expect Marigold to grow and thrive without the help of other people and other nations? Do you think isolation is going to help you?
We're not isolating. I think you guys are getting the wrong point here. We're not isolating from everybody else. We have like openings in the wall
Okay,
for
hold
people
on,
to
hold
come
on,
in and
hold on,
help.
hold on.
Sure sounds like it.
Rob, I think you've dug yourself into a deep enough hole. Let's move on.
Thank you.
One thing that I feel like was brought up earlier was the idea of confidence. We need a leader who knows that what they're doing is right and it's going to work. How can you ensure that you will have the confidence to do what must be done? Let's start with YB on this one.
Sorry. Well, I'm personally a person of the people. I'm confident that I can hear the people out and understand what the people really need and what they really want and put that into play. I can confidently say that I am here to listen to what everyone has to say, take that into account, and then go forward with a plan that will positively affect the most amount of people. And I can't say for certain that it'll affect everyone because, again, I don't want to make false promises that I can protect everybody because I don't think that's physically possible that one person or two people can protect a whole massive group of people perfectly. I don't think that's physically, humanly possible. But I can confidently say that I will listen to each and every one of you and listen to what you have to say and put that into play and see what I can do and what we can do as a community to make Marigold a better place overall. I don't want this to be a JD and I only calling the shots. That doesn't feel right. I feel like everyone should at least have a say in how this goes and what people want. So I can say confidently that I will be here to listen and that I will be here to help everyone as much as I can.
That's very considerate of you.
Yeah. And the people of Evergreen are in that too. I want to
I
help you
appreciate
guys
that.
out as much as possible.
That's amazing. It's honestly, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right, we'll move on to Rob.
The question was confidence, right?
Yeah.
So I feel I have very good confidence in my plan. I would like to have confidence in everybody. Like my confidence in myself running the country and MBS running the country is very strong. I feel that I would try my best to secure a nice future for the land of Marigold and the land of the people around them. My goal is, of course, I agree with what YB said. You can't be 100% perfect, but you can damn well try. So I feel like that's the basis of what our plan is going to be.
So your intentions are to only try, not do. Is that what you're saying?
I never said that. I said we will do, and we will do, and we will succeed. I don't understand that. Like failure isn't an option to me. We have to try, and we have to do.
But people only learn from their mistakes.
Yes, we are learning from the mistakes of the last presidency. Everybody makes mistakes. I've made mistakes, and we're all human here. So at the end of the day, we're not perfect, but we damn well will try, and we will do.
So if you're making mistakes, how do you expect to succeed every time and keep the people of Marigold safe?
because you'll always get better from mistakes.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
Well,
All right, Sai.
I would absolutely love to build on what Rob just said. And while I disagree with most points, what I do agree with is that mistakes is what makes the person. And we all know, according to both Rob and Ben, that mistakes are, they can be repeated, but they also could be fixed and then they can be improved upon. Jay is well known amongst the town for making a huge mistake. That we can all agree on, including myself. But like both Rob and Men has stated, a mistake is just that, a mistake. I firmly believe that Jay is willing to come back from that mistake that he made. I firmly believe that he's a leader. And I firmly believe that together we don't have to just believe, we don't have to just think that we're going to do something or hope that we're going to learn how to do something. I know we are going to do something. For the sake of Marigold, we have to be better than perfect. I do not want more people to die, and neither does Jay. So, forgive me, but being less than perfect will just not cut it for me. And I'm sure it won't cut it for Jay either. This is a matter of emergency, and no one here is taking effect apart. No one here, YB, Rob, is taking a huge stride, while me and Jay have already made changes. I understand your qualms with his mistake, and I get it. But mistakes are exactly what you guys said. They can be changed. They can be improved upon. And that is exactly what we set out to do. Thank you.
I'm sorry, so you mean you aren't planning on taking large strides?
No, that is quite the opposite. I plan on taking even larger strides than anybody has ever done before. Like I said, perfect is not going to cut it. I need more than perfect. To make a true change, that is what we have to do.
Doesn't that leave a very large margin for error? Maybe you're getting a bit ahead of yourself.
No, absolutely. Error is what we're going to face time and time and time again. But the clarity with perfection is that when you set your goals high, you try your best to achieve them. If I want to be more than perfect, I will try and try and try and try again until I get that goal. That is what I have set out to do from the beginning. From before I became Jay's Vice. That is what I wanted. We cannot afford to keep making mistakes, and if I have to, I will be more than perfect. It'll be a matter of time.
Fair enough.
All right, if that's it, I would like to open the floor to more questions from the audience. If anyone has anything, let's hear from as many people as we can.
I'll be happy to answer anything.
Tough crowd.
Seems like no questions.
So, Sai, I have a question for you.
Of course.
You said YB and Rob are not taking large strides, and you and Jay have. Yet,
No. That's not what I mean. YB has taken strides, and Rob has taken strides. For instance, the hospital, and YB is just doing absolutely everything that they can. I can see that. I'm not blind to that fact. But I'm not just taking strides. I am taking large strides. I believe in the last speech that you've heard from Jay that we have moved Sharma into a much more safe cell away from Marigold in an undisclosed location. That was our biggest stride that we have made so far. For the longest time, Sharma has been locked in a place he could have escaped from in a matter of seconds. That we did overnight. Which one of you in the audience know of anything that YB or Rob have done along the lines of that?
I'm sorry, but you're saying that building a hospital that has already saved lives is not much of a big deal compared to doing something you should have already done a long time ago?
That's actually a fair point.
That is a fair point, but the difference between then and now is that I was not in power. I wasn't able to make that choice. I wasn't able to touch Sharma in a way where it would make a big difference. And I absolutely applaud Rob for making a hospital. It has saved countless lives. But again, there are injured people who have been injured recently and weren't able to make it to the hospital because Rob wasn't manning it. And I think we're all aware of that. I was having to tend to people since the hospital was arrived. In fact, I do clearly remember that when the hospital was built, after the explosions, I still was tending to the wounded myself without medical gear. So while I do, oh, my apologies. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying, don't you think that's something you should be improving then, instead of
Of course,
focusing
yes,
on other
no.
things?
One of the biggest things that I want to constantly talk about when it comes to our presidency is that I want the safety of the people to be realized. Not just technologically security way, I mean actual safety. Absolutely more staff on hospital, always on deck, 24/7. I will be personally hiring people. And Rob, again, I absolutely thank you for building a hospital, but it is not up to standard. I am going to hopefully approve it with your consent if, of course, we get elected.
Yes, I agree. I believe that I need help, and I do agree that I'm happy that you realize that.
So
And
a
again,
question.
oh yeah, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead. Sorry, finish the thing. I'll ask after.
Again, I am not going to sit here and not recognize the accomplishments that YB has also done. YB has done so much for the community, constantly bringing people together. YB can't walk into a room without somebody smiling. That is just how it is. YB means a lot to everyone. The community, to me, to everyone. And while we are standing on two different sides of the post here, I firmly believe that if I can't make a big change, YB can. That is all there is to it. Pillars of the community is what we need. Huge pillars of the community who know how to make large strides. Now, I do not want to seem like I'm attacking you, YB, but we have not made large enough strides. At least, not that I have seen. And that is what I set out to do. That is what me and Jay set out to do. Now, what was your question?
I have a question for all of you. What do you actually plan on doing about the followers and the hell tree, things like that? Because it seems like nothing has been done.
Can I be honest
No,
with you,
when we went down there, there was not even a barrier around getting into the hell tree. We got in there quickly.
Yes, I'm aware of the so-called hell tree. If I'm gonna be honest, the cultists have been eluding me for a long time. I have sat down for countless hours doing countless research, looking, scouring, and trying to plan out where their next attacks were, where their bases are, and where have they gone. I don't know what potions they use for their invisibility. I do not know what alchemy they use to hurt people, or somehow plant TNT under our noses. I hope that with the increase in power that we get if Jay gets reelected, that I will be able to do much, much more in terms of fighting the cultists. That is absolutely my biggest goal, like I have said to Ven. Right next to exploring the Skulk fully, I want to absolutely figure out better ways of dealing with this attack, the Sharma situation.
Sorry, I have another unrelated question.
Go ahead.
What's your plan to help the populations of giraffe around the world and stop the trade of giraffe ossicones in Marigold?
What's a giraffe?
What?
You guys don't know what giraffes are?
No.
Giraffes are a long-necked, usually hunted for their intricate pelts. I was not aware that that was an issue in
No,
America.
hold on. We're not gonna entertain this.
So what about YB and
I
Rob?
have
What
a
do you two plan?
comment.
Yeah.
The other two candidates did not get to answer the previous question.
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
Do you want to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. Look, I get that Sai and Rob probably have great ideas or plans or these fantasies of sorts that they want to achieve. But neither of them have had a target on their head by the followers. None of them have been hurt by the followers. Neither of them have been hit. I have. I know what it's like to have this big red target on your head that at any chance, at any point in time, you could get hurt again. I understand the fear and the terror in this town at the fact that at any point in time, any one of us could die or any one of us could be stabbed in the back. But I can promise you.
Sorry, I had a question, but you can go on.
No, what was your question?
I don't mean to attack you because I know you've been through a lot with the whole Sharma business, the Sharma followers hurting you in a way that I cannot imagine. But I must ask, how are we supposed to know that the Sharma, the cultists of Sharma, the followers, are not currently targeting us right now? How are we supposed to know that you were not the only target? How are we supposed
We
to know
don't.
that they are not attacking Puffer next?
We don't know who they're attacking next, Sai.
Exactly.
But I'm saying that you haven't been targeted yet.
Or we are being targeted and we just don't know. What you mean is I haven't been hurt yet.
Yes, you haven't been hurt yet. None of the people up here have been hurt yet by them.
Which
but
I
I don't
understand.
think that this should be something that one person should be working on. I don't think this is something that should only be related to whoever gets elected. We should be working on this as a group. As a community, we should be putting all of the information that everybody has on this together. Figuring out who knows what, figuring out who's seen what, if anybody saw anything at all during any of the attacks, marking down all the data that we have and working together as a group to figure this out. One person, two people alone are not going to be able to figure this out. This is not something that one or two people can figure out on their own. This is something that is going to take all of us grouping together, putting all of our heads together and figuring this out as a group.
I absolutely agree. I think some of the brightest people among us are these individuals that we have before us today. I think some of the most smartest among us here are the pillars of the community themselves. The people that are littering these stands are some of the people that I believe would help us with this whole craze. Which is why I never myself were planned on just doing it with me and Jay. I planned on using the community to my advantage as well. But I agree.
Even if JD and I don't get elected, even before the elections occur, I want to start going around and asking people what they saw on the days that the attacks happened, who was where, start taking down logs. Because this is not something that should be a political matter. This is a national matter. This is a matter that affects us all, not just the people standing up here on the podium, which is why we should all take the time to work on this together. So that is my standing on this.
If we could wrap up this discussion quickly, we have one more person we need to hear from, and we're running slightly behind schedule. Rob, if you'd like to make your comments.
On the topic of the followers,
That's the one.
I want to kill him. I want to kill him dead. Anybody who attacks my citizens, my friends, my family, I want to hunt them down. I want to make them pay. And I'm going to get a group together if I get elected. Well, regardless of if I get elected, I would like to get a group together, as YV has said, as Cyanide has said, to take these fuckers down. We need to get back at them. No one comes into our town and makes a fool out of us and kills my friends, our friends. I feel like I agree with YV and how we need to get more. There wasn't enough spotlight of the last candidates or the last presidency. There wasn't enough spotlight on the followers of Sharma. I feel there wasn't enough effort put into it. I feel that it almost felt like it was the tragedy struck of the explosions and people died and it almost felt like it was almost forgotten. That day needs to be fuel for our fire to go kill these fuckers and make sure that Marigold is last one left standing.
I'm sorry,
Huh?
so you used to be a person who wanted to build hospitals and help people, but now you're focusing on violence? Seems to me you've changed.
I've only changed. I haven't changed at all. My sole purpose as president is to provide security and defense to ensure the safety of the people. I feel like damn it, my best friend died. Like, I feel like that's just disregarded. Like, people died, and it's almost like we're just doing nothing about it. I feel like we should focus on all purposes of the government, like saving people, as in building more hospitals, training people themselves, and additionally, like building up a military to help fight against the followers of Sharma, to help fight against Sharma, period, to help fight against other pillager nations around us, to help build a military big enough to protect Evergreen. I feel like all those things are essential. So I feel like I don't need to just focus on just one aspect of like a campaign. I need to focus on everything. If that answers your question.
Yeah, that'll do.
Certainly bold, I suppose.
I have a question
Were
for
they
Simon.
warm when they killed like tons of people in our town? Were they nice about that, Sai?
No, but there is an ancient old saying, "Don't fight fire with fire." I believe that is in play here.
So we should just give them prison time. Yep, I agree. All right.
I don't agree that most of them deserves prison time. Absolutely not. They're murderers, killers. They've made an attempt on countless people's lives. But I don't think we should gather our pitchforks and torches and start raiding where they live, killing people that may not even have anything to do with it in the first place. I just recommend not taking an absolute violence approach. That's all.
So what do you suggest we do then?
I suggest we find out who they are first. That's all. Then we make changes from there. Decide on an actual goal.
I have a question for Simon.
Yes.
You just, within the last week, announced the possibility of running for vice president. With that much time, are you sure that you're ready for a full term if you win, staying as vice president?
I can't promise that everything that I'll do will be coherent, smart, and of liking of an actual vice president. But what I have is aspirations, goals, and a plan. And I feel like
Do
that
you
should
have
be
the
enough.
time to dedicate to that?
Absolutely. I've had time for since before my election in the first place. Like I've said, I've spent countless hours doing absolutely every bit of research that I can. And yes, I'm aware that research isn't enough in a term like this, but I don't have the resources. That is why I'm up at this podium today. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah,
I
it does.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Go ahead.
YB,
Keep it short.
Huh?
do you feel you are fit to run the government at your age?
Yeah. I feel like I'm more matured than a good chunk of the people here.
Okay, I have another question.
Yeah?
Can you be hard enough on, let's say, criminals?
Yeah. People who deserve
Okay.
it, yeah.
I think being younger might even be a good thing. It gives YB less of a chance to be corrupted by the world.
Well, we are running quite short of time, so
Yeah.
do you have any other
The time
questions
for the
there?
presidents.
If we have anything else, I'd like to wrap this up quickly so we can move on to the next section.
I'm good.
Nothing else? Okay, so feel free to leave the podium now. We're going to take a quick 10-minute intermission and then get the presidents up here.
You did great. Night shot.
So you did great. All right, it's all good, man.
Dude, I don't know if anything I even
Hi.
said mattered. I
My
think
name
every time
Pooh,
that I said a
right?
word, they
Again,
just looked
just
at me.
keep going
Just
with
don't worry.
the
You said the
truth.
right
Wanna-
things. You did.
And if the truth sounds
your
bad,
word.
make a
Okay.
compromise. Tell them how you're gonna fix it. All that.
We heard
I
I
You're
had
just
up
hope.
next.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that you
It's-
guys went first because now I know
Want to go talk?
what to say.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, Lucky.
Hi, that was amazing.
Meredith, you mind if we get past
Yeah,
you?
go ahead.
Yeah.
God,
it's not-
poor Rob.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go get some air real quick. I think just it's a
Okay.
little tense in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good.
I'm just gonna go out for a little bit. Take a nice little stroll.
Maybe you want to talk right outside of
yeah.
the entrance for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. You can
I'll
still
be
monitor
right
people
back.
coming in from here. I'm trying to get. Okay.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying I'm trying to provide you as much cover as I can. They didn't let you finish the question to begin with.
It's okay. Things happen. I feel like I did surprisingly okay.
I think you did too.
Okay, bye there.
Whatever. Yeah, I surprisingly well up there.
I just told them all the truth. What was really gonna happen. Everybody keeps promising that they'll do things, but never does them. I don't want to promise that I'll do things and then not do them. So
Go on in.
figured people would rather hear someone be honest and truthful and not make false promises and not promise to be perfect. Because I feel like everybody always promises to be perfect and promises safety and all of that stuff, and that's not something you can. I want to be as
Someone
real
in
with
there
them as
definitely.
possible.
Some.
Bye, Puffer.
Hi.
Hi, Vin.
What's up?
They're in the
Hey.
other. Hi, Puffer.
Hi, should we? We're trying to go outside real quick just to talk.
You can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, good.
Head out.
Make sure. Just want to make sure.
Please, if you are going to leave, then leave. Please do not stand near the wire.
Anyways. Do you want to head back in there?
One more thing. Someone in there is definitely an extremist.
Who, Vin?
No, Rob.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that means.
You don't know what the word extremist means?
No.
Someone with very harsh beliefs.
Oh. Yeah. Then yeah. That's Rob.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was
Right.
like that.
I think he's digging himself a hole, which, you know what? Good.
Better chance for JD and I. I'm just... This next bit with the presidents and everything is gonna be rough.
Yeah.
Because all of them have baggage and shit. So...
Come on out. Yeah. Come on out. Yeah. Yeah. You can come out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then go. Let's just go back in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's like, why is the pink guy looking at me?
He looks at everyone.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So it's like
Is there,
that
She.
is there an
thing.
issue?
Oh, are you? I thought you were talking about JD. That's.
No,
That's
I'm not.
No, I feel like
Oh, are you talking about her? Or who are you talking about? JD or Lucky?
Yeah.
Wait, which one? I'm genuinely confused
I
now.
think it's
Listen,
lucky.
listen.
I think it's Lucky.
JD is obviously purple. This person right here.
Hi.
She's
Hello, you look nice. Is obviously pink.
Rain, you're scaring them.
Colorblind people. Jesus.
I mean,
What if I am?
it's
Mary.
more it's more like a lavender, like a really light purple.
We're seriously gonna argue about the color of people's skin.
Look,
now?
color theory.
Actually, Lucky,
I'm
what
uncomfortable.
would you say?
Wait, what?
What do you identify as race
Color
wise?
are you?
Axolotl.
That's a color.
Oh, there's the answer.
Alright.
What's
Purple.
an axolotl?
I'm terrified.
Those cavefish.
Amphibian.
God.
Actually,
I
I
did
think
not
you would
get
know what
enough
a
sleep for this,
axolotl
but I think
Sassy head one.
You'll be
listen,
okay.
it's just I think
Yeah,
I
it does
think
be a-
You can page
I
over
think
that
honestly
before
Jay's
we
just
get
gonna get absolutely slandered.
Not
I feel like he's gonna be the only, well, somewhat.
Yeah.
So why did Rob?
Where's there?
Up there.
Oh, there he is.
There's here.
So
Lucky, can you come here real quick?
Right then.
From BC.
I have to leave for a second. Can you
You know, even Pedro was
just
agreeing
like
with
take
me. He was
5
just
minutes
nodding
and make
his
sure
head.
everyone who was here comes back
Yeah,
and
he
nobody
does that.
new comes, and
Okay.
if someone new does come to record them,
Oh my god.
come back.
Speaking of
Yeah.
people coming.
Yep.
Uh,
You're already on the
Sorry,
list.
yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead. It's only 2 pages, more like 1.5. I'll be right back.
So does anyone know
Okay,
where
thank
Ven and
you.
Ring or Ven and Puffer actually went?
No, don't care anymore.
They went to talk or something.
Probably
They're
just
getting
getting
high, most likely.
They're getting
Probably.
high.
I would like to
Uh,
thank Ven for asking such criticizing questions. It really.
Well,
makes
you
me
might want to go
happy.
thank them by taking away his drugs.
Yeah, he's drunk and high.
I don't want
I
to
don't
take
know about
anything away
drunk,
from
but-
somebody if that's their personal
No,
decision.
he was drinking alcohol behind
I'll-
me. I
Oh
heard
my
it.
god.
I'll give me a minute. I'll
Claire,
go
how
talk
much
to
time do
him.
we have left?
Don't
till the next
force
part?
anything. Don't make him do something he doesn't want to do.
No,
even
I
if
know.
it is destructive.
I'm just gonna
I mean,
talk
considering
to him.
last time Puffer almost hurt
Just gonna
someone,
talk.
so
Yeah,
Well,
no one
that's
really
the
wants
only
to
reason
understand.
I'm just gonna try and tell.
I'd be winning.
Are you?
Yeah, we're fine.
Huh? We're good.
Nope.
We were
No drugs have
discussing
been
our
done.
picks for the. Yeah, no, none. But
You're
we were
not
talking about.
getting drunk or high or anything like
no,
that?
Listen,
No.
listen. We're
So,
we're
wait.
we're here to support you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we're
We're gonna
supporting
stay.
you.
We're
Yeah.
staying clean for today. Okay.
Oh,
The others,
okay.
you know, they're you know, Rob's a tyrant and well, Sai is experimenting with some very dangerous things. So
Yeah,
you know,
I
and
just
you're a people person.
I just want to listen to what everybody thinks and go from there because I feel like everybody else is making decisions without knowing what everybody else really wants. So I'm glad that you guys are
Respect
here
that.
to
Oh yeah, of course.
support
Yeah,
us.
I was told you guys have drugs or something.
That's
No,
not.
no,
that's
no,
not
that's
true.
not
Well-
true
People
at
are
all.
just spreading rumors.
No, I understand if you do or don't. Just like try and
no,
wait
don't
till
worry.
after the debate,
Yeah, no,
and
no,
if
we're
anything,
fine.
do outside
Yeah,
of
no.
Marigold.
We're not.
Like,
We're not doing any. It's
Yeah, no,
fine.
we don't have
technically,
any.
there are no
We're
laws
clean.
against it right now.
It's
Yeah,
just
they
rumors.
they,
Listen,
they said
you
they're
know
not
how
doing
it
it
is.
today, JD.
Wait, do
This
you
is
guys
a-
have? Wait,
yeah.
if you guys do get elected, do you plan to like outlaw it by chance?
I don't know about that. I think we plan on
Maybe
making
like
it. I
designated
think,
drug zones.
yeah,
That
maybe
would be.
Oh, yeah,
maybe
that'd
like
be great. That'd
outside
be
of
great.
town.
Like
we
medicinalized.
we do
Yeah.
either that or
Like make it so that it's more there's more control. It's more a
Yeah.
controlled thing, but not illegal.
even use it for medicine. You know,
Yeah,
I think it's a new thing that's come around. We should just instead of like getting rid of it immediately, try and use it for the best.
Yeah.
It's being brought up as a really bad thing with a lot of situations, but it hasn't been technically lawed. Aren't you like 17, Puffer?
Yes.
Anyways, we should
Okay.
probably get
Well,
back to the
yeah.
debate.
I know
You gotta
Jay's getting
go.
impatient, so.
You gotta go
Listen,
do your
listen,
president
this is
stuff.
this is a political gathering. Don't listen to the rumors that people are spreading. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Politics
Asher.
always involves a lot of lies.
I don't know.
Listen-
Asher. I don't know if Asher knows that those they aren't outlawed just yet. So
Asher,
just try not to
doesn't
do it in the auditorium because I know they have.
of course, we would never
specs.
do
No,
anything.
we
in the
wouldn't do
auditorium.
that. We have more self control than that.
We are
We're
law-abiding
respectful,
citizens.
Okay.
That goes
We
with
are.
drinking as well. Just try to
Technically, I'm not
keep
citizen,
it
but-
keep it a little. Yeah.
I'm a politician. I'm a mayor of Evergreen. I represent a people. Okay, and my goal here isn't to cause any trouble.
Exactly.
Thank you guys for coming. By the way.
Of course.
Of course.
No worries.
Yeah, let's go back to the.
Thank you
Wait,
for taking
that
over
is the
for
wrong
me.
book.
All
Take
right.
this one.
Oh.
Come on.
Hopper, are you all there?
Ah,
I don't
I
think he's
didn't
all
look.
there.
Thank you.
Did anyone new come?
Not that I know
Nope.
of.
Okay. Did the light go up at any point when nobody
Nope.
stepped through?
Not that I know of. That's kind of.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we're good.
Alright.
Oh,
Let's hope we don't blow up.
All right, are we?
I would stop repeating that because it's not bound to happen.
Can the
let's hope for the real part of the
presidential
conversation.
candidates and those who think they're presidential candidates please take the stand? Alright,
Interesting
so
choice.
we're gonna, much like with the first one, we're gonna open with, opening statements. These are gonna be more in depth because, of course, this is gonna be the full plan. JD, you begin.
With an opening statement.
Yeah. What do you have?
I-
What do you
I
do?
feel like with this past election, no one was prepared for anyone leaving or anything that happened. But I feel if I'm elected as president, I can be more prepared and I can prepare this town for better changes, better safety, and we can all work on it as a community.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Let's get this part over with. Jay, you're next.
Since Marigold was founded, it started off as a very small community. We weren't prepared for the kinds of issues we'd be facing in the year since we've kicked off our very first election. Despite my past and my issues of leaving Marigold, I do believe I am the one, along with my vice president, to enact the proper steps to properly securing and making Marigold a better place. We know what has to be done. That is all.
All right. Also very short. MBS, do you have some words for us?
Sorry, guys. I would keep this one short. Firstly, disregard anything Rob has said. He's not really in the best mental state right now. Secondly, a lot of you know me. Some for worse reasons than others, and I'm not gonna be here saying that I'm an ideal leader or anything. I'll keep this simple. One snap of a finger, that's all it takes to bring down a city. I've seen it with my own eyes. And if we don't do anything right now, that's going to happen here. It's already happened with Sharma. That was my mistake. I should have been there for that, but I'm here now. I'm going to bring a change. I'm not just going to sit around or just leave town like some other senile old man. That's pretty much it.
Sorry, I have a question for all the candidates.
Go ahead.
So, how do you all plan to support the distribution of penis milk?
Nope, we're skipping this. Okay.
Everyone
No,
gets
it's
it.
a valid question.
No, everyone gets it. Simple answer.
Everyone gets it?
Yeah, everyone.
That is strong. I support that.
Yeah.
Everybody
should have the right to penis milk.
Ben,
What
agree.
about banning
Ben, it's
ossicone
not-
trade?
Ben, it's not called penis milk, it's called milk.
No. Sorry. I was just, I was talking.
What was your question?
I
Sorry.
also have a question. So, MBS, you're stating that your vice president does not speak for you. Isn't that kind of counterintuitive? What's up with that?
Because I'll keep it simple. I'm not sitting here. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm here running for actual presidency. I'm just here to make you guys listen and not make the same mistakes again.
All right, if we're done with the opening section, this is going to be a little structured a little differently from the first half of this. This is going to be more personal. Directed at each of the candidates individually. Okay, so let's start over here. JD,
What's up?
I'm actually going to be here to do stuff because you seem to never be around when things go down.
I plan on being more on time with things. During this whole thing, it was when I was inaugurated, I guess. It was sudden. I wasn't prepared. I didn't have anything planned. I was kind of just following Jay, and then he left. And so I plan on being more on time with things. I try my best. I stayed up all night just so I wouldn't wake up late for this. And I understand in the past I do lose track of time with things, but I plan on being a lot more on time with that.
All right. MBS, I'll be blunt with this one. Are you torturing people in the prison?
No.
Lies.
All right, moving on.
Objection.
Jay, when can we expect
Go
you
on,
to
go on,
abandon
go
us
on,
again?
go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say, when I
Sorry
was
there, I
actually
couldn't hear you.
under the influence one time, MBS was quite violent. So
I didn't even touch you. That was Asher.
Okay, please let's.
I think you're forgetting you were drunk.
Let's
Yes,
keep
no,
this
I
civil,
was.
please,
But
guys.
I remember.
Calm it down. Anyway, I was saying, Jay, when can we next expect you to abandon us?
I won't be abandoning Marigold. I know that's the one thing that's, known about me and my character, but it is not something I have in mind. I don't plan to walk out on the city just like I did with the interview either. I'm here to mend what I've broken.
All right. Moving back over here to.
I have a question.
Yeah.
No tricks, no gimmicks.
Can't you do that without rerunning for presidency?
Sadly, I won't have much of a place where I can do that if I'm not.
Okay.
All right, JD.
Yes.
You've already been president for 5 months. How is getting elected again going to change it? You're going to change the fact that you've done nothing.
Well, for these 5 months, Jay left, told no one, and me and YB both were alone with this whole thing. We had nothing planned, and if I'm reelected, I guess we have plans for different precautions. We're trying to get things put through right now, and if I'm not elected, I can't do that. And I'm trying to help Marigold. I'm trying to help the people here. That's all I care about. The skulk, the cult, the hell tree, all of it. It's all stuff that it's all my highest priority right now when it comes to Marigold, and that includes the safety of everyone here.
All right.
Considering circumstances, I think you've done a good job, JD.
Thank you, Van.
No worries.
All right. MBS. How do I word this? You already mentioned that you were not around when Karma came. Do you have a reason why?
As I said before, I put fate in the wrong candidate. I thought Jay would do the right thing. I was wrong. It's as simple as that. I just took a day off.
Could you speak up a little bit, please? Can't actually hear you from back here.
I was busy.
Sorry.
Okay. All right.
If I may.
Yeah. Go ahead.
MBS, with all due respect, while you were busy doing whatever it is you thought was more important than defending Marigold, I assembled the knights despite my past issues in in the week before, and I actually gave my life to stop and prevent Sharma. Where were you then? Where were you after that? I didn't even see you until I returned. Was what you had going on way more important?
Yes, it was, because somebody has to put up countermeasures here. You can't just tell everybody that a god is gonna come here and not expect me to try and do something about it.
Yet, what were you doing? We still don't even know that.
Who do you think has been actually getting productive stuff done on the spires? You've seen where Sharma is right now. You know that that's not something anyone else here has been able to do yet.
I have been doing the research.
What MBS is trying to say is that I've already done what I need to do with Sharma. 4 nights ago, as Simon had mentioned, I did move Sharma to the finished prison. He's more contained and more safe than he was previously. The guild/tavern was not a safe place for Sharma. Anybody could have walked in there should they have wanted to. But upon my return, and a week since my speech, I've already done 2 things that I promised. Moving Sharma and the deconsecration of J Enterprises, which happens later today.
How about
So,
you tell
back
them
to what I was saying about MBS.
how we really took care of Sharma?
Simon put together a prototype device that would actually nullify the mind of Sharma, causing him not to think straight, causing him to move erratically. And it worked. That is how we did it. That is how MBS, Simon, and I moved Sharma overnight. With no bumps in the road.
Keyword moved.
I took care of it. Same with Simon, same with MBS.
Yet you're here taking all the credit.
I have not once said that. I've listed the 3 of
You
us.
literally just said that.
And others
I
know
haven't
too.
mentioned it 3 times in the same day now, have I?
Do you want to explain? Do you want to tell them
Sure,
how we
we
moved
took.
Sharma? Go ahead.
Sure. We put handcuffs on him. We threatened his life. We took him.
This is true.
Whose idea was that?
That was mine.
Can I bring up the fact that no one told me about this, and I'm just now finding out about this?
Yeah, you can bring that up.
The fact that Jay came back from whatever he was doing in New Sion and is just saying he's president again. And I understand where he
You're
comes
talking
from.
about
with
New
that.
Sion as if we're not from that same home, JD.
I know
you were at
we
the
are.
speech a week ago. You know exactly what I was doing. If there's anybody in this room besides even Hollow, you should be the one to understand exactly what I went back to see.
I understand why you did it, but you didn't tell anyone. You didn't leave any prep. You didn't even. You left. You just straight up left. And then
You're
you
right.
came back
This
and
is a known fact.
started just taking control again. You didn't talk to
I'm not
anyone
taking
about it
control.
first. You just, well, you're making some pretty big decisions for someone who's supposedly the president again.
Someone needs to do something. Cyanide is a brilliant mind, MBS is a great peacekeeper, and I'm the one with the history, and I am the one that knows what needs to be done. You and I
Okay.
both know, so don't stand there and tell me that anything Nucion related is something, whatever that was. And I said it to everyone at my speech a week ago too. I looked you all in the eyes and told you the 3 things I plan to do. And 2 of them have already been done. What's left is the re-election. That is why I'm here, whether I'm a suitable candidate or not. Something needs to change, and it's about time somebody
All I'm
does.
saying is that what am I supposed to be doing right now? Are we both just president? Am I just vice president again? You haven't told me any of this. Actually, I have a better question. What do the people of Marigold want? Do they want you as president, or do they want me as president until the re-election?
Is this an open floor or?
Yeah,
It
Yeah, we
can
of
meant
be.
to
course.
answer.
Feel free.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hold a vote right now.
Should we
Well,
say anyone who
as
wants?
someone left and someone was already elected, and they still have their term.
I also believe that whether you were in power or not, you probably would never have came up with the decision to move Sharma regardless. Just putting that out there.
Should
right.
we have a thing where anyone who wants Jay back in power be on the side of the stage, like be on the side of the bleachers that Jay is on? Anyone who wants JD to remain president until the election come over here.
All right, yeah, we can do that.
That is how we'll hold this vote.
You heard the instructions. JD over here, Jay over here.
JD and
I
then
still
Jay.
have to watch security, but I will stand on the bleacher side.
Can I go on there?
No, you're up there. You don't get
Damn
you don't
it.
get a vote.
All right.
All right, that's pretty clear. Okay, go back to your seat.
Yeah, I don't think anybody needed to actually see that. We all know the answer.
Whatever.
The people have
Okay.
spoken.
So
Let's go.
All right, you know what? Let's
from
move
now
on.
JD's entitled to
before you
the
do anything else,
term
I
that
need
they
to
got
know.
elected for.
I went this entire election without anyone telling me things, and that's something I need to change. I need some people to
Without
tell
doing
me
something
what.
either.
JD, with all due respect, leaders shouldn't be told what to do. If you want to be a
I'm not
leader, you should
saying
know.
tell me what to do. I'm saying I wasn't told when
I've
things
been
were
back
happening.
2 weeks and I've already made big steps. If you want to remain in president, you want to tell these people that you're actually going to do something until the election proves otherwise. Go right ahead. Just know that Sharma's safer and, well, moved.
I understand
Because of
that,
the 3
but
people
I
who were also
still
here.
wasn't let known about that whole situation. And
Well, maybe if
technically,
you were actually there,
I
we
said it
could
to your
have told
face.
you.
you said it afterwards.
If you were actually around, you would have been around. I said it in front of
Yeah.
everyone. Everyone knew exactly what I was going to do.
I
That
think
was-
I just
JD's
decided to
whole
do it that night
thing
as well.
is the fact that you didn't tell him when it was happening. You said it was going to happen. You didn't tell him when. You didn't invite him to it. He still has. He should be told things.
President or vice president, I still need to be brought in with these things. I still need to be let
So you're
know
saying I
when
should come
things
to
happen.
you? You should never come to me?
I'm saying at least let me
Where
know
do I
when it's
find
going
you,
to happen.
JD? Where do people find you?
Okay, that's actually another good question. I recently moved back into Marigold. I had moved a little bit to the outskirts and realized that it's not the best area. So at the moment, for the time being, I am living in a new house right behind where Wybie lives. So worst case, you can find me in J-Ent, the town hall, or Marigold. Well, not even J-Ent anymore because I quit, you know?
Yes, you resigned.
Yeah.
My point still
Okay.
stands. If you can convince the
guys
people
done?
that stood on your side of the bleachers that you're actually going to do something, go for it. Go do something.
I'm sorry, but this seems to be way more personal than it started off as.
It is. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We
we've
can
gotten-
move on now.
We've gotten off topic.
There, do we have any more questions?
Yeah, one more for you. How long are you sober for currently?
7 months. Since the last time I first saw you.
Okay. That's all I have prepared, but we'll open it up to the floor again if anyone has anything, and also if for the people watching at home, aka Twitch chats, have any questions, please feel free.
I have a question for Jay.
Yes, Asher.
What are you to do when someone in power, or said to be in power, hurts someone else? What are they meant to take blame and take responsibility for? Do you think they should? Or do you think they should hide and cower behind themselves in a little bubble?
Well, it's clear to me in the time that I've actually been away, there's been countless of times where people have been locked up for something and nothing has been done to change that. So I don't know. What needs to be done, Asher, to people who get locked up? Or who deserve to be locked up for that matter? For good, maybe, this time?
I don't know, Jay. Maybe you could tell me. I mean, you are the one running for
Well,
president, aren't you?
the question was for everyone as well, right? JD, MBS.
Seems like you're not answering the
This
question.
is a debate.
I'm
I've said what I
asking you
need to say.
specifically.
I want to hear my.
If someone
Asher
like
did ask you.
JD, say if JD was to go hurt someone else in this town, what should he come forth or should he just sit and hide?
I think it's important to share both sides.
Mm-hmm. All right then.
I feel like someone should come out. If someone does something wrong, like the other day, I'm sorry if this is a touchy subject right now. The other day, there was an incident between you and
Ace, yes.
Ace, and you came and told me about it. And because of that, I was able to somewhat resolve the situation, tell you what needed to be done, which I appreciate you doing.
Mm-hmm.
You were held accountable for a lot of your actions as well, and you've so far redeemed yourself with all that, and I appreciate that as well.
Thank you, JD.
I feel like you're skipping something there.
What?
I think you're skipping the fact that I was there. I was the one that brought Asher to you. If I didn't bring Asher to you, you wouldn't have even known about it. Unlike you, I'm actually there. I'm constantly there. I know what's going on. I'm not
Okay.
just wandering around Marigold.
Okay, MBS. Then, during the whole situation with Asher, outside of town, when he had killed, what, like 3 people?
Yeah.
Sorry to bring this up. You were supposed to be watching him, making sure he didn't do anything wrong. You were his parole officer, and you didn't do anything. Instead, you
Ironically,
just
my other one isn't
sat
doing
in the
anything
guild.
either.
What was that? I'm sorry.
My other one isn't doing anything either. Actually, he's not even here.
Sam isn't technically the parole officer. He's just you're he's just kind of investigating things. And I
Funny,
understand
haven't
when
seen him
things
in a
happen,
while.
but MBS hasn't been doing his job.
And you have?
I think I've been doing a lot better than you, at least. I think I'm
Dude, I'm
actually
not
doing.
the president. I'm not the
Okay.
president. I'm just a
You've
random
still been
guy.
held accountable. You've still had responsibilities, and you haven't been able to complete any of them, or most of them.
I'm
at
not
least.
just gonna play
And who
watchdog
says?
while other shit goes down.
And who says that you're not going to do the same when it comes to being a president?
I never said I'm gonna be a good president. I'm just saying I'm gonna get shit done. I don't even care if you guys vote for me. 2 days. That's all it's gonna take, and all your problems will be gone.
Okay. It also seems
I'm
like
just
you and
here for the
Rob
sake
don't
of it.
communicate very well. Which.
Oh no, we communicate very well.
Didn't you also
He just
say,
went
like,
straight off script.
with one of my questions earlier, that you don't consider yourself to actually be running for president?
No, I think this is a waste of time. We should be out there acting, not sitting here wasting time.
So then why are you here?
I'm here to make
If
you
you're
guys realize this isn't gonna solve anything.
So then why are
We've
you
already
wasting your own
wasted 2
time?
hours. Because my time doesn't matter. In the
You
grand
aren't
scheme
you
of
a
things,
knight?
I'm insignificant. I'm just a simple Knights member. It's not like I have any say in what things go on here.
You do have say. You just have to talk to people. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Beth?
I was just saying, like, if that's your, if that's your view, MBS, like, why are you running?
Once again, for the sake of it, to make you guys realize, I don't know when I'm gonna get my next chance to be here on stage in front of most of the people that actually are in Marigold or are here regularly.
So, are you running or are you not running?
I am running, but I don't care if I win or lose. It doesn't matter. As long as we have someone to actually get shit done, I'm fine with it. And if I have to do it, then I will.
Very flawed logic.
Yeah,
Well, guess what? It's a flawed city. I'm only human. I am flawed. I'm not
And
here sitting like Jay having his savior complex.
I've been here 2 weeks and I've already kept promises. I haven't seen that from either of you.
You've
Guess
kept
what? I
promises,
don't
but you've also
make
broken promises.
promises. I don't make promises.
I didn't. Again, Jay, you left, and I had nothing prepared. I had no promises prepared. I had nothing to do. I'm only just now, recently, starting to get things done.
JD, you've had 5 months, and all you've done is twiddle your thumbs and watch people die. I know this. Is this really what you convinced your people on the side of the bleachers to really vote for, to really be in favor of?
I might not be the best president, all right?
Oh, I'm far from it either. But somebody has to do something good.
And I understand that. I feel like I don't know. It's a whole situation, and
JD, I'll be honest. Nobody here actually blames you for not being able to do anything in 5 months. I get it. It's a hard thing to do, but the reality is 5 months is 5 months. We could have done literally anything in that time, and we didn't.
I understand that too. It's
Yeah.
also
I'm not
almost
blaming you for anything.
almost every day something new happens, and I'm trying to fix things. I really am. But when more issues arise, and they're severe, I have to put other things aside. And it might not seem like I've done anything, but I have been trying to prepare things and try to do things.
I get it, which is why I need you to realize you don't need to be president to actually get shit done. You just need to be there for the people.
sorry, are they not one and the same?
You've seen the the presidents here. I'm pretty sure it's not the same thing.
Does that conclude this question? Are we ready for another?
Yeah.
Sure.
Anything else from the crowd?
Yeah, actually. What is all your stances on the glowstone issue?
Me?
I'm gonna eradicate it.
Jay, you speak about JD's
Yes,
not
Asher.
doing anything for 5 months. And I get it, you went somewhere, you went to go see your people. That doesn't make up an excuse, though, for you to blame JD for doing nothing when you also did nothing. You left. And yes, you may be saying sorry for that, but going at JD saying he didn't do anything, you didn't do anything either, and you were the president.
With all due respect, Asher, I believe Jay has never stated that he did anything. He was talking simply about what he did within the time frame that he got back, not within the time frame where he
Oh
left.
yes, 2 weeks. I get that, but still, nothing. He left the people that cared about him and that trusted
This is
him.
fair.
That
This
is
is fair.
a real point.
Yep. I'm not standing here and going to keep saying sorry. I will be. I'm not expecting any forgiveness. I've said that time and time again.
That's not the point I'm making. Get off
the
JD's
issue.
ass about not doing anything.
I'm not
Dude's
trying to be like that.
looks like a child. I'm gonna
just
be honest.
offering
He's
the
a
simple
kid.
comparison.
You know, this whole thing is about what I've done so far. But in reality, I'm not running to fix things that I've done. I'm running to make changes and do things. I wasn't prepared before. I am going to be prepared now. The courthouse, the one that's, I don't even know if it's been fixed yet. I'm going to make use of it. It's just been collecting dust. I'm going to actually make some cases. I'm actually going to hold people accountable for the law. And I'm going to get shit done.
Then do it.
Anything else?
Back
if
to
I
Asher's
may-
question. Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I have a question for you, Jay, actually. What do you plan on doing with our criminal system in this town? Because I believe that a lot of cases, especially lately, where people have been injured, have actually injured pretty badly as well, have just gone unheard of. What do you plan on doing about it?
I want to reevaluate exactly how we take care of people that are committing crimes, selling drugs, injuring others. I think it's time we take a really good hard look at what it is we need to do to prevent that moving forward. Marigold is a place where everyone can be welcomed. It's a place where people have come for second chances. But second chances do get wasted pretty often. I am not one for, you know, looking past the things I've done. But what needs to be considered is what exactly needs to be done to prevent crimes from going forward, especially certain individuals. What needs to happen that they will stop committing crimes?
Hey, AJ, you might want to take a look at
Clearly,
OBS.
yeah.
Is that all, or?
Okay, a more lighthearted question. Well, kind of. Could we at least get something, like, to remember the Hollow and YB for the thing that they had to deal with? Because it took till just a few days ago now for me and Moss to finally put up a memorial for the two. Me and Moss, keep in mind, none of you did anything besides put some graves, yeah, but those two also lost lives. So can we at least install a holiday or something to remember that day?
Maybe like a proper memorial?
I again
There are
don't want
memorials
to.
around town.
Yeah, I don't want to intrude on the conversation again, but the only reason why we haven't put up memorials is because we've been busy trying to stop the problem that caused it in the first place. I
It
would
needs
love
to take
to.
some time, okay? It's just needed. No arguing, just please. JD, it's really up to you. Please at least do something about that.
Anything else?
I have a question for Jay. You talk about holding people accountable for hurting others, for crimes they've committed. Are you gonna hold yourself accountable?
I could.
And do it.
For what?
For what? What did he?
Hold yourself accountable, Jay.
For what crime?
If anyone has any crimes Jay has committed against them, now would be the time to speak up, I guess.
And we would say breaking and entering when he stabbed me and lit half my arm on fire, but then again, I did break and enter in his house and plan to kill him for something, so
Yeah,
not gonna
let's
say
maybe
that.
not mention that in front of everyone.
Yeah, you just have
I'll
to
say
admit
it.
it to a crime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
And
didn't harm him, and I
he will
decided
say
I'm
it,
not
and
gonna
nobody
harm
will
him.
do anything about it.
Yeah, then how about you say what you've done, Jay? So shut up.
All right, what happened?
Admit it to everybody now.
YB,
If you want to start speaking the fuck up.
did Jay do something?
There's been a lot of talk about holding people accountable like 3 times now, but nothing has come up. What
You want to talk
did
about how
something
you
happen?
stabbed me?
What?
Excuse me?
My
Yeah,
lord.
motherfucker.
Wait,
Why
what?
be you gonna bring that up like that wasn't an accident? That's filthy.
It still happened.
It
It
still
doesn't matter if
happened.
it just happened. If I accidentally tripped in on an arrow, that still happened, but there was an accident. You can't just blame somebody for something that they didn't mean to do.
How do you accidentally stab someone?
Because he was going for me.
If I may have the floor.
Wait,
Oh, it's all
going
yours.
for
Don't worry
you.
about it.
I'm on
Why
the stage.
was
May I
this?
present why my side?
Go on.
It is no mystery as to the kind of people that Asher and I both are. I knew of Asher even before I left Marigold completely. I was unaware of the kind of person he was. I was also unaware in whose town I was staying in the night before I even came back, just 2 weeks ago. Once I realized and was caught up on the things Asher had been doing in this town, which nobody has properly dealt with, I saw a solution. I saw the kind of person he is and wanted to take care of him. It wasn't until he broke and entered into J Enterprises armed and wanted to kill me. I acted in self-defense, in which a former, or even maybe current, Knight of Marigold prevented it. If we're bringing this on to light, it was Puffer. He prevented things from getting worse. He punched me first. I stabbed back. And that is the truth. After this, the same night that we moved Sharma to the prison, there was an altercation at the guild. Asher and I instigated each other, in which things were going to get messy. When I went to swing at Asher, YB stepped in the way, taking the hit to the back.
I'm sorry, Jay. Can I bring up? You said he punched you, and then you tried stabbing him.
I knew this point would
In my
come up.
office, a consecrated government building at the time, which by the end of today will no longer be.
But we're not talking about that. That was self-defense, sure. What wasn't was trying to force Asher Moss and I out of the guild when they were setting up a memorial for what happened at the guild. We were just there, peacefully, trying to set some
It
stuff
had nothing
up.
to do with the memorial. It was close to midnight and the place closes eventually. I was also going to return Sharma's items that he had left in that cell. And I'm not saying that I did anything good or wrong. I acted out of malice. I intended to hurt Asher.
I don't
Just like
understand
others
YB
have also done in Marigold.
why set up a memorial at that time when the place was going to close regardless. I don't get it.
It was
What
just
was so difficult about leaving when you were asked to
timing.
if you were just there?
we were there. We were going to leave before it closed. It hadn't closed yet. It was still open. It was closing soon. Yeah, we would have been out of there by the time that it closed.
That doesn't answer my question. Why were you there before closing time anyway? You should have just been there during the day, where would you have had plenty of hours.
I happened to bump into Asher and Moss, and we happened to do that. It just happened then and there. It wasn't like I was specifically going in there at that time thinking, oh yeah, let me do this right before it closed. It happened just then.
So, again, you guys are using Jay being there enforcing the law as
there was no law to enforce. It wasn't
If it was
closed yet.
before closing time,
It was
then
before
what's
closing.
It was just
If
before
they were there
closing,
after,
and he was doing something confidential.
Sorry, it's
didn't
just
know
before
that.
closing. There's no laws against.
Nobody knew that he was doing anything confidential that day.
Yeah, he
There's
didn't
no
tell
laws against
anyone
that.
what day he was going to be moving Sharma.
If the guild had just closed, then he could say, "Hey, I need you guys to leave." And then if they don't, then it'd be considered illegal.
So why do they have to leave the second it closed? Why couldn't you have just taken it to another day regardless?
Because
hold
we
on,
were already.
hold on.
Why
Hold
we?
on. I hate to interject here. I hate to put my opinions here, but how are we focusing on the fact that they were here while it was open and glossing over the fact that Jay admitted he was intending to cause harm?
Yeah, Jay was intending to
Once
hurt
it got
Asher.
to a point.
That doesn't matter.
I didn't
You
walk
still
into that
intended to
building
do it.
knowing that as soon as I
Harm
saw
is
Asher, I was
harm.
going to drive
You
an
were the
axe
one
through
who
his
said-
face.
I was trying to. I said a genuine thing to you, and then you had to reply with a smart-ass comment. That's what started the fight.
Did you
All right,
instigate the
asshole.
attack?
You're one to talk about smart-ass comments, Asher.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. To the rest of you, too. Am I speaking crazy here?
Who instigated the attack?
I've only been back 2 weeks, and you should all know exactly
Answer
what kind of
Meredith's
person Asher is.
question.
So how is it that now I'm being looked at as a criminal?
Because I'm trying to change too, Jay. You talk about change, and now I'm also
Yes,
trying
Meredith.
to change.
You know what's funny, Jay?
I said, who instigated the attack? Did you instigate the attack?
At the guild, it was me.
Okay. Another question. When he went into JN, did you say that he punched you?
Yes, in which he did.
Okay.
He
I
struck me
don't
first.
think
I retaliated with my sword and lit his arm on fire.
No, that was when
that
I
seems
broke into your
okay.
house.
That seems a little extreme for self-defense.
Why does it matter if it's extreme for self-defense? It was self-defense. I don't understand the question.
J
don't even care
Enterprises
about
was
that.
a consecrated building.
Why do we
There's
care
signs
about...
clearly there.
Okay, guys, why do we care about that? Why he got harmed, and no one's talking about that? Jay's not taking responsibility. Even though he's sitting here talking about responsibility to be taken. At least I've
Because it
gone to
was an
jail for
accident.
every... No, listen, I've gone to jail for everything I've done.
You act as if
Shut
I
up,
wasn't the
Jay.
one who
Shut up
struck
and
Whitey.
listen. Okay, listen. I've gone to jail for everything I've done. Why is he not taking responsibility? He talks about it, yet... See, he's not taking responsibility. I went to jail for what I did, at least.
With all due respect, Asher, you murdered people.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's
what
a
has
bit
that done?
different.
See, but
You don't
Asher,
deserve jail time.
Sai.
You deserve exile.
Asher
Sai-
went to jail for
Then kill me,
kidnapping.
Sai.
You know?
You
I didn't say
exile me.
kill. I said exile.
Oh.
What's up with him saying kill me?
What's that meant to mean,
Asher
Jay?
went to
That
jail
was that
for
same-
kidnapping.
What's that same comment?
You're saying that
Okay, so-
that Jay shouldn't go to jail for stabbing
Okay,
me?
let's say Jay does go to jail. What would you sentence him to? Because it was okay. First, attempt to harm, sure, but that wasn't actually what happened because he didn't harm Asher. It was an accidental cut.
He
to
did
you
hit
who
Asher
was
a
getting
couple
in
of
the way.
times. Both of them.
Alright.
There was an altercation between the two. I got the brunt
That means
end of
they
it.
would get sentenced for fighting, not instigating the fight. It was fighting. He didn't hit
Felony
him
is felony.
without retaliation. So
Can
that
we
means
take a
Asher
step back
and
here?
Jay are
No,
are
because
both
then at that point,
accountable.
Asher is hitting Jay back at self-defense for fighting the same thing that Jay did. Asher hit Jay. That's self-defense on Jay's behalf. Jay hit Asher. Then Asher hit back. That's self-defense for Asher. Then.
So it would only be instigate to an attack. But
And
it
whatever
was
you go
an
to
He's
attack
jail
still
with a
for,
sharp
a
object.
felony is a felony.
There, are you
Regardless,
gonna
it's
interrupt
still
or do
instigate to
I?
an attack.
Guys.
You caused enough harm. Shut up.
Shut up, everyone. We get it. You're
This
all
is in a
criminals.
courtroom.
This has gotten out of hand. This is over now. We get it. You're all criminals. This is over. See you all in a few weeks for the election. Wait. Actually, on the topic of criminals, care to explain this? Yeah.
Fucking bastard.
Whoa.
What
Hey.
the
Stop.
Hey,
Whoa.
oh.
Let's
Hey,
not deal with
hey,
that.
Hey,
Wait,
hey.
security. Where's the
No.
security?
Where's
I'm
the...
sorry.
Uh,
Oh my god.
JD,
President?
hold fair down. Jay, help me.
Hold on. Sai, stop.
Everyone, out of my house now.
What are you doing just standing there? We just got an attack. Someone hold fair down.
No, Sai, hold on.
What the fuck was on that letter
Leave.
there? What was
What
on
was
there?
wrong with you? Nobody
Leave.
knows what was on the letter. The attack happened. Why is there just allowed to go free?
Okay, Sai, did you not see MBS just start beating the shit out of there?
Yes, I understand that MBS instigated a fight. Doesn't mean we can't just let him go.
Okay. We can talk to
Okay.
him later.
No, we can't just talk to him later. What are you talking
Sai,
about?
This is self-defense, if you didn't know, alright?
You don't just get to walk away from self-defense. It's still a crime.
Well, obviously, Jay
as
is,
if that
so...
excuse hasn't worked before.
Don't try and get out of this. I don't understand what you're going at. Just because it's
I
self-defense
just
doesn't
want to
mean
know
we
what's
can't
on
hold
that
him.
note. What is on there?
Okay,
What was on the note?
it's
Yeah.
self-defense.
Yeah, what was on... Guys,
You
shut
need to
up.
Why
What
did
was
you
on the
say
note?
that?
Okay?
What was
We
on the
need to-
note there?
MBS is a wanted criminal in several nations.
What
Holy
did you
shit.
do?
And yet this is the guy trusted to be guard of a prison.
I'll have to see
Or-
that.
Rather, was. I'm out of
This is
here. Get
fucking
out of my
ridiculous.
house.
This is ridiculous. Somebody
See ya.
cuff him.
Sai,
Sai, this isn't.
we'll deal with this another day,
Ah!
okay?
What the-
Right now, it's not
Homeboy
a
is
good...
gone.
Are you fucking kidding me? You guys are morons. How do you just let somebody like that go? It doesn't matter if it was self-defense. It's still something we have to question him about.
Okay?
You don't just let somebody who killed somebody leave. That's not how it works, whether it's self-defense or not. Do you guys have any idea how the justice system works?
Sai,
You don't let a killer
Calm-
go.
calm the fuck down for a second, alright? You're You're trying to run for vice president and you're freaking out.
I'm not freaking out because of something bad. I'm freaking out because you guys did nothing. Nothing.
There didn't do anything wrong. Sai.
What did you want us to do? Make a citizen's arrest?
Yes, I
Right.
wanted you guys to hold him
Right.
down so we can question him.
Oh, and then you
That-
want us to risk our lives.
You wanted
too.
us to hold him down? That's
or you could, like,
for what?
question him and take
You-
him into
you-
custody in a
you
less
are the
tense
night, Sai.
situation.
Where is he now? Where is he now? We
Don't
can't
Probably-
question him now.
Sai,
Fine. You know.
you have to take these
Well, I
things.
don't think he's left yet
these
because the lamps
situations need
haven't
to be
gone off.
handled.
Yeah.
You're not handling this correctly, all right?
And put the weapon down.
You
Just.
question him
Oh my
later
God,
in a
you
more
are
calm
fucking
manner.
Idiots. Holy shit.
Okay, he wanted us
You guys
out.
just watch somebody kill someone, and you're just okay. We'll just let. No, it's fine. We'll talk to him in a couple of hours. No, it's good. It's good. He just murdered someone.
Whoops.
What?
I
Huh?
turned out.
I timed out also. Wait.
Yeah, same.
Everyone did.
The fuck just happened?
Everyone timing out. Hold on.
Sai.
Anyway,
Anyways,
I don't understand if you guys know how big this is. This isn't something you could just let somebody walk away whether you think it is or not. You don't just see somebody shoot somebody on the sidewalk and then just leave. I don't care if it was self-defense. We need to get a hold of him.
Okay.
Listen,
You have
we
to.
will get a hold of him,
Fine,
Sai.
then
We
start
just
searching the room because the lamps have not gone off and he's still in
I'm
here.
pretty sure
Okay,
he had a
hold on.
stasis chamber.
Sai.
What?
Never heard of a
JD?
stasis chamber?
That
I
means
can't
someone
talk
was
to you right
helping
now.
him.
The fuck? Jesus Christ! I'm sorry that this had to
check
end like
behind
this.
the archway.
I mean, that is actually
I
a good
already-
idea.
Yeah, it's smart.
He's. I'm sorry that this had to end like
Is
this.
he invisible?
You guys. Just, I would respect his wishes and just go home
Respectfully,
for the
please
night.
stay in here until.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let's see.
Well, no, Meredith. I'm pretty sure he had a stasis chamber. Which means
I
he's
don't know what
gone.
that is.
It basically
Basically-
you can it's a thing where you can set it up, and when it gets flicked down, you teleport to where it is.
Yeah, but someone else needs to activate it.
Well, there's
But who would have?
on his.
So that means that.
I believe it can be
planned.
activated on its own.
If you have
It
it on a
can.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that still means it was planned.
Yeah, I don't think they could have
Meant
timed it that
to be there.
specifically, though.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, there
Was there
seemed to
anyone?
have.
Did anyone leave?
Guys,
I didn't
weren't
see
we,
anyone.
The only
weren't we behind
person-
schedule anyway?
Okay,
now?
hold on,
Like
hold on,
people
real
aren't
quick.
in here anymore. MBS isn't there.
I'll question
Well,
there.
MBS died.
I just need everyone to calm down for a minute, okay? There's obviously gone. Once I find him, I will question him. I don't think he's a threat. He did this all in self-defense. I was right there. I think everyone just needs to go home for now and
But
just
self-defense
take the thing.
doesn't mean murder.
Self-defense isn't murder, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't be held
I
accountable
understand
for
that.
your
Like,
actions.
Exactly.
MBS
That's why when we
MBS
find
attack-
him, we'll hold him accountable.
we hold him
But
accountable for
we
it.
could have saved MBS if someone would have helped me. It doesn't matter if MBS is a
Why?
criminal.
You
It
don't
would have been
think we
better if
tried?
he was alive.
So you saw
don't think
JD
we
with
tried?
you.
There were multiple
It's-
people standing next to
I
you when
was up
MBS
there.
died. You were
The
not
only
the
thing-
only person there.
Still, we could have caught him. We could have done something. If we
'Kay.
would have just grabbed there.
Yeah,
Side,
you don't think
side,
restraining
side.
him is considered
Again.
illegal?
That's all the
Restraining
past. Why
him
don't we
for
focus on what we're here to do?
Sai, I need you to consider the stasis chamber. The fact that he could have teleported away even if we had a hold on him. There was no way we are talking to him now. He teleported
It's
away.
just
It was
the
not
moral
something.
of it.
Sorry, even if you had him, he would have teleported away. He had a
That's
stasis
not what I'm
chamber.
saying. We didn't even try.
Then we can try. You can try now.
Okay.
Hell, if you're not gonna do it, we'll go out there and do it.
That's not what I'm
You
saying.
do
Of course, I
understand
want
that
to
we would
fucking
have
find
talked
him.
to him after everybody left. It's not something that everybody needed to be here for.
Never mind. Never mind. Nobody understands. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this entire room of people don't understand the most basic stuff of just
Well, we can't change what's already gone down. Why don't we just
You're
focus
right.
on the task at hand?
No, I agree with you, Ven. We need to find him right now. So I'm leaving.
Sai, listen. Hold on.
No.
God damn it. I'm sorry that this
Like, ever
had...
stop to think that if he's the only one saying all of this, then maybe he's wrong.
I know. It's...
I don't think
I'm
that's
sorry.
wrong.
I'm
No,
sorry
it's
that this
not.
happened
At
to
least
you
it wasn't
guys.
At least it wasn't an
You guys can all
explosion.
go home. I'll have to talk with there later. I don't think Sai understands the whole thing what happened. I was right there.
JD, if you do need help finding there, I'll
Don't
at least
it's
help
I
you.
don't think there is any danger. There tried. You saw
I
that,
agree.
right? He
Yeah, no, I
MBS
saw
punched.
Yeah.
he in
It, it
because
it's the
MBS probably didn't
same.
want to go back to.
It's the same situation as what happened between you and Ace, or hell, even.
What do you want?
You know, it wasn't right to storm out like that.
You know what wasn't right? The fact that we left MBS to die.
We
No
didn't.
one
there
did
were
anything.
there were people next to you, Sai. There were people trying.
Yeah.
You were not the fucking only
Evidently
one.
not enough. You know, I'm fucking tired of nobody doing anything around
We
here.
weren't doing nothing. We were doing things, Sai. There were
Let's
people
just stand
next
still
to you.
while there is
Sai,
completely
shut the
unrestrained.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You listen to me.
No.
Alright.
Let me
You-
fucking talk. For once, listen to me.
Why should I fucking listen to you?
Because we're
You've
friends.
been making wrong decision after wrong decision.
So fucking what, Sai? Let me talk.
So
Let
do
me...
something.
I'm trying. Let me have a conversation with you. Let me fucking speak. For once, don't speak over me. For once, treat me like an equal instead of someone you have to protect. I am running for the same position that you are. You should treat me with at least a little bit of respect.
Respect is what you guys should have treated for MBS. But now he's gone.
You don't think I get that? Let me fucking speak. Okay?
Say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
There were other people there trying to help when MBS died. There were other people on the stage. JD and I would have talked to there. We did want to do it in front of everybody. You don't hold somebody fucking... You don't hold you don't do private questioning in front of everybody.
There's nothing private about the questioning. We all saw there kill MBS. I don't care if MBS is a wanted criminal. We should have grabbed him there and then.
And what good would that have done? He's gone regardless, and there's nothing we could have done to stop it.
I don't care if he's gone regardless. The fact is, nobody tried. What if we did grab him? What if we were able to handcuff him? What if we were able to bring him straight to fucking questioning?
He
but
would
no,
have teleported
obviously
away.
I'm the
He
bad
would have
guy.
teleported away.
You don't know that.
Yes,
you do
I
not
do.
know that.
I know how stasis chambers work. I have one.
Yeah, but how did you know he had a stasis chamber to begin with?
I didn't. I saw him teleport
away. So
away.
you didn't try anything. You didn't try to grab him.
You think I could have? You think I'm strong enough to grab there?
Who fucking can? I'm not talking about you specifically. I was the only one holding on to him. Me. I was. Why does everybody look at me like I'm fucking dumb? I was trying to hold him so we can cuff him.
Sai,
so we can bring
I don't
him to
think you're
custody.
dumb. I don't think you're dumb. I don't think you're any sorts of not smart. I think you're the smartest goddamn person I know, but I need you to calm down. I need you to fucking breathe, because right now you are freaking out.
I let another person die on my watch.
It was
and nobody did anything about it. Why do you have to understand?
I understand that it is a lot. And that
you have to understand.
Everybody.
Look at me.
I am looking at you in the eyes, Sai. I understand.
Then why? Why are you on the opposite side of me? Why does nobody understand?
I'm not trying to be Sai. I don't want to be on the opposite side of you. I want to be working beside you.
Where were you then? Why was I the only one holding on to him? Why am I the only one holding on to the hope that he wouldn't have gotten away? Nobody else cared. We just... I'm looking at Marigoldians, and I'm seeing fucking monsters who don't know how anything works. I don't care if MBS was a fucking child murderer. We don't let there just get away without knowing anything. I don't care if he had a stasis chamber. Nobody knew that before he teleported. But I was still the only one there.
Okay, the goal wasn't to just let him go. We want to try to get the situation under control. Everybody calm down and then figure things out. Nothing's gonna work if everybody's screaming and yelling and freaking out.
How about at the same time we also frolic through posies and maybe make a cake for him too? Because in that downtime he could have escaped even faster. I took action the second he did something.
There were about, what, 20 other people in the room, you think
And
there
he
was gonna
still got away.
because none of us knew he had a stasis chamber. But if he tried to run, he wasn't gonna get out of there. There were so many people in front of that fucking door. There was nowhere he could go. There isn't a back entrance to that
Okay,
place.
so you're telling me we should have just left him unrestrained. The guy who had a sword left him unrestrained. How does that work?
I'm not saying that.
Then why didn't anybody help me take things from away? I was trying to grab his sword. I was grabbing him by the shoulder. I had his sword in my hand and then gone. But nobody else was there. That's funny. I'm the bad guy. But I was the one holding the sword.
You're not the bad guy. There are no bad guys in this situation.
Then why was everybody looking at me like I was crazy?
Because you were yelling, because you were screaming, because you were freaking out. Nobody was looking at you like you were the bad guy. Everybody was looking at you because they were worried.
They were dumbfounded. This is exactly why I'm running. Because nobody has the heart to do anything about it. I was the first one to grab onto him. The second he pulled out that sword, I immediately knew what was happening. YB, I do not mean to be a dick, and I do not mean to raise my voice. That is not who I am. But by fucking God, if I'm going to let somebody who killed a Marigoldian get away on the second he did it, I'm not even going to let him... Holy fuck, I can't believe I'm actually arguing with this. This is not a matter of debate. We should have had him, whether he had stasis or not. If I could have just grabbed his sword, we would have had evidence. But I was the only one there. YB, you can't look at me and tell me you don't understand.
Okay.
How?
You don't need evidence. We all saw it happen.
It doesn't matter. It's not the evidence itself. It's the morality of it. What if MBS came back and looked at me and said, you didn't do anything about it? You didn't even try and grab him. Because that's what he could do to all of you. I understand that you were there when he went to go murder MBS. Thank you for laying down your life to save MBS's. But we didn't do anything afterwards. Instead, in fact, he was just standing there talking to us like nothing ever happened. And then gone.
Dinner's done.
You have to
I don't
understand that everybody has different ways of going about this.
Well, your ways are wrong.
You can't call
that is
our
all there
ways
is to it.
wrong. That's not fair. Everybody has their own way.
There is no way of restraining a criminal. You just restrain them.
Sorry, I don't mean to intrude. I just like, just hearing the tones of the conversation and just kind of like, negative vibes, you know what I'm saying? Also, they're kind of having a big, long conversation about something that's kind of just obvious. Basically, I'm bored, so I wanted to see what you guys are up to, and then it seems like you're having some sort of debate. What are your thoughts on the events of this evening?
I think I'm gonna go.
Sigh.
Well, it's okay. So, what do you think about what's just gone down, YB?
I don't fucking know.
It's a bit of a madness.
I'm gonna go talk to JD.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you killed it in the debate, though, so...
Thanks.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Us.
Simon's gone berserk.
Hi, YB.
Hey, how you doing? All right? That was out of nowhere.
And how's Sai holding up? Because he seems to be losing it.
I just got very much so yelled at a lot by Sai. So
Sorry, man.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't worry about it.
He's just stressed and worried, and that whole thing was a
I know.
mess.
He doesn't. I don't think he understands to the fullest what self-defense really means. I don't think he understands that self-defense has to be taken out.
It's also the fact that
So I kind of chased him out of there too. That's the whole. I think. I don't know.
All I wanted to do was get everybody, or at least non-important people, out of the room. Keep it so that it's just people who need to be there.
I blocked it off. It's considered a crime scene right now.
Oh, Pedro's still in there. Okay.
Oh shit. If you want to go get him,
I can get him later. But I just wanted to get everybody out there except for us there, Sai, Jay, those kind of people, and just
Jay
talk.
just sat there during the whole
Yeah,
thing.
Jay was just
he didn't do
standing there.
anything.
Someone's running around the hotel.
That's Ben. I saw the shield.
I just wanted to get people out of there so that we could have a more
I wanna-
controlled environment. Everybody was screaming and yelling over each other. There was no way we were going to get
No.
any information at that situation.
Yeah,
And I
everyone's
don't
yelling.
think
Sai's
Sai.
trying to tackle there for what was obviously self-defense. He teleported away, so now it's a hit and run, and it's a whole scenario. Man, God. Well, at least we know that I'm acting president right now, and I'm pretty sure we won that debate, Webby.
Yeah, we should do something about there. At least
I'm
take
doing it right
him,
now. That's what I'm doing right now.
like take him in to the town hall, have a conversation with him about what happened, discuss
Yeah,
among it,
I'm gonna.
maybe put it into an actual court case
My whole
because
thing is that if someone's doing something illegal, you have to talk to them calmly, or else they're gonna freak out and run.
yeah,
It's just common instinct.
we should have a court case about it though. He did kill
I
someone,
will. I know.
regardless of if it was self-defense. That is still murder.
I know, and that's as much as it sucks. It's a good reason to get the court back up, but I will hold a court case. I need to go talk to Dare for a bit though.
Yeah.
Do you want to come along or no?
I mean, is he even in his house?
No, he's
probably not
probably
there.
in the end.
I mean, I feel like
Because that's
isn't
where
the
I've
end like
last found them.
MBS's place, and
Yeah, the
But
end
that's at least
is.
where we could
wouldn't
find MB.
want
But we
to-
could
I don't
find MBS.
know.
And if Moss's theory is correct, then that means that
I mean,
they
yeah,
would be there.
true.
Well, another thing is, you guys might want to start getting some laws about this stuff into writing and like
Yeah,
publish them.
because a lot of things
This
are
is
just
like the
bad.
5th time something.
Yeah,
like this
there's
has
no
happened
real like laws in place, and everyone has. I guess everyone has their own definition right now of self-defense, which tends to be the.
Yeah, it should be put in stone.
Should be put in stone what as a thing, and I might actually hold a case. No, I'm not gonna come up with it by myself. I'm gonna hold a case to see what everyone agrees that it should be.
I mean, we could
then-
have it there. Okay, but if we're gonna sit here and talk, we should at least walk and talk.
Yeah,
because-
of course he could
Oh,
be.
yeah.
MBS could if he teleported to Asphodel and MBS is there or someone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have my armor on me. I think I'll be fine.
No, you have two people who are very
Yeah.
strong to fighting, so.
Well, if you want to come, you can, Webby. I'm
I'm
just
not-
gonna head down to.
Yeah, I'll come with. I mean, I am
Alright,
your vice
just-
president, so.
All right. I think it's best that I don't go with armor. When we do get there and we do confront there, just I would take your armor off. Don't seem so he doesn't seem scared.
Scared?
I just want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He freaked out. And I understand why he ran too. He wanted everyone to leave. No one was leaving. Everyone was yelling. Sai was trying to tackle him. He just teleported away, I guess. I think I remember where it is from when
Yeah,
MBS
let's
showed me.
head.
God.
I
does
went there,
not look
and
very good for
Jay
him.
keeps bringing up that day, so.
Oh,
Classic Thayer, running away, being shy. Also, what is with the bracket god sign?
I don't know. It's
What's a
just
bracket god?
God.
I love not
Many
believing in
gods
God.
recently.
Well, just don't believe in them, then they can't do El Papa. I think is coming with us.
I
And
don't
Lucky.
think that's how it works.
Lucky is coming too.
That's okay. Lucky can
Do they
come.
realize it? Do they realize what they're coming?
Yeah, I don't
hey,
think so, actually.
we're just gonna go find there.
Oh, okay.
See if he's. We're just
Yeah.
gonna go question him. Don't like attack him or do any of that. It's just.
Sure seems like you're about
However,
to.
we're working
Well,
with the guards.
this is protection
We're
right
working
now
with the guards.
because
Yeah, it's
I
the
don't know. It's the Nether,
we're the
and
Secret
I don't know if
Service.
people are gonna be.
Yeah, we're the Secret
Once we
Service.
get to the end though, and we find there, we're gonna take all our stuff off. So
We just
I
need
don't
to
have
at least
anything
hope
on
he's
me
at
right
the
now
end.
other than a sword. So I say we head out.
Is that
Yeah,
the
be
way to the
careful.
end?
Yeah, I'm
you've
pretty
never.
sure.
Last time I was here, I
Oh,
don't want to keep going
yeah,
back to
I
this
forgot
place.
When we
about
had
that.
to head to the.
Yeah.
MBS is a
Probably be
war
faster
criminal.
if
I
we
don't.
had votes.
Are you
I
even
I mean, how
surprised?
much
No
do we
one
know
knows
about
anything
MBS?
about the
Yeah.
dude.
I know it.
Ooh,
Dude.
this is surprisingly nice. This is how I'm gonna travel in the Nether.
I'm just
I
gonna walk on
mean-
the side.
Finished though.
I mean, I think we used a different path last time, or maybe not. I don't remember.
No, we definitely did. It wasn't so high up.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I walked. When I walked through, I walked down the other way. Boing.
I just walked.
Need like a new
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
When MBS had showed us this area, he brought us through the ice tunnel and then just through a portal.
Oh yeah, right, the tunnel.
Actually, another thing you
Uh,
Marigold official people could do.
Puffer!
Is, redesign
Well, that's a
the
little
map.
bit of an issue.
Stop it.
Oh.
Later.
Okay, that's fine.
Hold on.
Yeah, GD, you may
oh,
not
I
be
got.
able to make it.
No, it's fine.
You got cardboard cutouts?
Yeah, I got cardboard
Oh, the
cutouts.
cardboard cutouts. Not
It-
again.
it's
Come
probably
on,
safe.
Puffer, I'll catch you.
Oh, this was
I
the
didn't
path.
catch
me.
Shit, sorry.
It's fine. I'll get over the pain in a second. Is there a table in the end? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, there is. Great.
What?
It's not a table, but yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, okay. This place has changed since I last seen it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Actually did evolve a bit.
Oh shit, everyone's gone in the end. Okay.
Oh, there's more.
Fine, I won't kill those idiots.
There.
Yeah.
There.
As long as they're in captivity, they're
I wonder
fine.
if they're actually gonna be here.
If
We're gonna have to look through the buildings, won't we?
I mean, yeah, true. It's a big
I
place.
mean, if he's probably if he's here, he's
I don't-
probably looking at us.
Last time I saw him, he popped up right behind me.
So
And I was right here.
constantly looking around. Okay.
Let's hope this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Make
Last time I
Give me
sure.
one
was there,
moment, I'll
he
be right
wasn't
back.
here, so.
He was here on the day that That's something I'd prefer not to talk about happened.
Okay.
That I'm gonna slap Jay next time he brings it up. Oh, see, I'm not the only one who has those skulls.
What?
The wizard
skulls
skulls.
that you
NDS has some.
Oh, that's not good.
Maybe
They're
Thayer was right.
dangerous.
Maybe he really is a war criminal.
Yeah, no. But he has the skulls, yeah.
He also.
Does he know what they do? Is the question.
Ooh, why is there a hole down to the end? It's like to the void.
Who knows?
Oh, yeah, wow.
There.
He doesn't seem to be here, to be fair.
Yeah.
But where else would he be?
It's very naked sheep.
I mean,
guess there is
are
a
we
lot of
sure he
places
doesn't
to
have any
look.
other place he could be
I
living
mean,
in or
did anyone
staying in?
actually check in his house, or are we just all gonna guess he's
Even
not
Meredith
most
is
likely?
there.
There's
Oh,
a
wait.
sketchy looking bridge.
Sketchy
Guys,
looking
there's a
bridge.
house here. Have anyone checked it?
That's NBS's last time I looked inside.
Yeah, but
Just.
I mean, we
looks
could check it.
villagers here.
yeah.
I was checking it.
Why be?
Oh,
I know.
What about the Moss? Are you checking out that one?
Oh, he's got a big ass table in here.
Sketchy looking bridge.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
There's just a bunch of villagers over there.
I don't think he's here.
I feel like we should question him about MBS about those
What
villagers.
about what about
because
there?
his conditions looked bad.
We have some in Devil's Town. Don't worry.
Puffer,
Yeah?
why?
Why what?
Glowstone.
No.
Puffer, please. Fucking god.
Pepper, please don't.
That's not the best time for it.
Maybe Thayer likes garlic bread. Thayer, I have garlic bread.
How's garlic bread?
Oh, it's just bread that the people
Is it
really
good?
like. It's
I don't know if
pretty good.
Thayer would come to here because of MES.
I mean, but we're just gotta test Moss's theories. That's the worst that comes
It
to
doesn't
worst.
even look like MBS is here.
Hey, there's like a camp type thing.
Where?
Huh?
Like a villager camp. Like he's like.
Oh yeah, Moss brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
the one across the sketchy looking bridge.
Yeah, that's I'm
So,
not gonna question
JD,
what do we do now? if he's not here?
JD, I think you should probably just send the actual knights now to go look for him after this.
I should do that. I'm probably gonna leave Sai out of it though.
I would.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, JD,
too out of it right now.
Do you want me
and
to
I-
talk to
think
him
Sai can be
afterwards?
trusted
I mean, from professional point of view.
to Sai or there?
Yeah, it's just
Ow.
I mean, there has to be found first, but Sai.
Yeah, no, of course. I would. I know you're a therapist, and
Yeah.
God, that's all he needs right now. He's kind of going nuts,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he's going through some existential crisis of some
Oh,
sorts.
Yeah,
So,
but just
I already looked up
him
here.
later then.
You guys looked over here?
I literally just said I looked up here already.
Where? Here?
I don't
Look up.
think he's here.
Or
Hi, Wybie.
Hi.
I don't think he's gonna
No,
be in
he's up
Evergreen.
here.
He might just be in a secret area that we don't know of. Keep in mind, he had this plan to out MBS and to teleport away. So
yeah.
There
I
isn't
just
something
don't.
beneath your
I don't.
feet.
I don't think he
I don't
planned
feel like it up
on.
here.
Hey, there's something that says up here. It says something. There isn't something beneath your feet. What is that
Oh,
saying?
Comforting.
so there.
There's nothing beneath our feet.
I mean,
Oh,
there is
God.
void underneath our feet, so it's basically nothing.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah.
So what do we do now?
Jump in the
Um,
weird portal.
Go back.
I mean, I guess we
Yeah, I
come back
guess.
to Marigold. Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna take you back to your bed. So.
Oh yeah,
okay.
right. Do we meet back in Marigold then, or
I
we just?
Oh,
I think I'm gonna be back in Devil's Town, so I think I'm just gonna stay there.
Oh yeah.
Where'd Asher and Wybie go?
I'm back at
Oh
the portal.
yeah, actually, Asher. Is Asher still here, or did he jump through a portal?
Probably.
I thought Asher was right behind me.
Oh,
where is Asher?
Well,
Okay, I mean, Moss, you're here, so I might as well ask this question for you because you were there. But
yeah.
can we talk? Come here. So back when Q and I left, like this thing that I described, a couple of minutes ago, Ace just went into the guild and started compulsively drinking again, and he was trying to get out of it. Did something happen, or? I mean, you were there. Maybe you saw something, or I don't know.
Or did you ever like the thing with Asher and Ace that happened? Did you hear about that?
What happened between Asher and Ace? I mean, I saw just the beginning when you just came and then we just left.
Well, there was an argument because Asher was holding up Wither Skulls and Ace didn't
Oh.
like that. And we were trying to get him to put them down, but Asher wasn't listening, and then Ace started hitting Asher, and Asher being Asher killed Ace.
Of course he did. Okay, that
It was in
explains why.
self-defense, though.
Was it? Or was
Yeah.
it this kind of self-defense that it was like right now? Like overstepping boundaries and stuff?
No, it was self-defense. Like, Asher genuinely felt really bad for killing Ace. I mean, Asher turned himself in.
Yeah. Okay, that's a change. I
And
guess.
then, like, told Puffer about it, too, and stuff before anyone else could tell him. And, I mean, Puffer forgave Asher, so...
Okay. Well... Oh, Asher.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you I'm going back.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be back in Devil's Town?
I don't know where.
If you are, then I'll meet you there, okay?
Alright.
I love you.
I love you too.
Be safe.
Make sure Wybie doesn't get hurt, okay?
Yeah, I think YB already went back.
No, they're running around
No,
here.
Wybie's here.
Wybie's right here.
Oh, I didn't
Hi,
see
Wybie.
YB.
Hi.
Alright,
There's a cow on the
I'm going back.
Oh my groovin'.
Okay,
Alright.
yeah. Probably should go back.
You guys didn't see that.
Alright, I'm gonna head back.
Okay.
And...
See you around, Moss.
See ya.
Huh. Well. Gotta get Pedro. Alright, Rachel, let's go. Okay. You wanna not shoot me? No, you're gonna shoot me, aren't you? Ow. Ow. You sit there. Is this fucker gonna...
Hey, YB?
Yeah?
Why do you have arrows in your arm and in your body?
There are pillagers in their's house.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Be
Do you
careful,
know?
it's right by the cat, and I
Okay.
don't...
Oh, okay. Do you know if what's it called? Fucking Rob is at the hospital. I just got stabbed in the arm.
What? No, we're taking you to the hospital, come on.
No, no, I'm fine.
No,
Trust me.
no. Puffer, you're coming with me, come on. I don't care what anyone says.
I'm a little bit high. Thank God it's
Oh
not
my
illegal.
fucking god. Okay, I don't know if Rob's at the hospital. Hopefully Rob's at the hospital. If Rob's not at the hospital, that would not be good.
Yeah, we need
If Rob's not
Oh,
at
my
the
arm.
hospital, I'm finding Sai.
I feel like
Rob!
this. I don't. I feel like this would be a lot worse if
Rob!
my arm was, or if I wasn't high.
Rob? Shit. Anyone at the hospital? A
Nobody
single
ever
soul?
is.
A single person? Nobody? Great. Okay, we're finding Sai.
Okay. Where would Sai be?
Last I saw Sai was over by the pond.
Oh, man, this hurts like a bitch. Hang on, give me a second. Hang on, let me do some little
No,
manipulation here.
no. Puffer, please. You know what?
Why?
Hold on. Let me. Hold on. No, I got this. Fuck. Where's the? Okay, some fucking shit. Medical supplies.
Oh yeah, here
Okay,
we
come
go.
here. Where'd you get stabbed?
Yeah,
Show me the wound. I got some bandages.
It's on my arm. It's on.
Let me
my,
just.
my
Okay,
left
hold on.
arm.
This
arm.
left arm, wrong arm.
Yeah, left arm.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, let me just wrap this up.
How's my glowstone potion going? Come on.
What the fuck? No.
No. Why?
Let me finish bandaging this up. Okay?
Okay.
And then once you got the bleeding taken control of, then we can figure out where Sai is. Okay. Okay, bandaged up. No glowstone potion.
Why?
Because I don't...
Do we have any medicine in here?
Does not look like it. Come on, let's go to Sai's house, see if Sai's at Sai's house.
I promised then I would talk afterwards. I guess I can't now. Fuck.
Come on, we're going to Sai's house.
Oh. Fuck. Oh. God damn, this fucking hurts. Isn't Sai kind of like mentally unstable right now? Isn't that
I don't care if he's mentally unstable right now.
Isn't that gonna be like a get the fuck out of my house kind of deal here?
Is he home? Sai.
You know, I'm not gonna question that. I'll worry about that later. Does Sai have fun in his house by chance?
I don't know. Okay. Doesn't seem to be home. Lovely.
So we just gotta find... Is there anybody else qualified?
I mean,
because we're just two kids. I mean, we can't really do fucking much.
I know he has antibiotics down here. Hold on. He's used some stuff on me before. Sit down on the bed. Do the best of what I can with what I've got.
I'll just sit here.
Oh yeah, just
Let's
sit
see.
there. There's got to be something in one of these chests that I can use.
Hang on, give me a second.
Any sort of.
Okay, hang on, give me a second.
What the fuck? Are you doing glowstone on his laptop? Stop it!
What's so bad about
It's
it?
his tech work! And we're breaking and entering technically! Okay?
That's true. Hang on, I won't do it on this table.
No!
I'll do it over here.
Don't do it at all! Not in his house!
Why? It's not like it's illegal.
Puffer, please, just listen. Don't do it in his house. If he finds out we're here, and that you're high, and that you're hurt, he's gonna go ballistic. I'm gonna go see if he has any freaking antibiotics upstairs. If I come back and you are doing glowstone, I'm gonna have a breakdown, okay?
Okay. Alright. Okay, in my defense, I thought you were gone.
Oh my god.
Listen, it just helps take the pain off of it, okay?
Drink this. Okay, that should help with the pain. And
Is it like an immediate relief or something?
no,
or is
it takes a little bit, but you should be okay. This is bandaged up fine. I don't know where he keeps the cleaning antiseptic. You should be okay.
I would hope. I don't think netherite's like the most like dangerous material.
No, but it is like the strongest. Who hit your arm?
Rain.
Why?
She caught me doing glowstone again,
Oh my
and me and her had a little bit of a fight because I told her not to worry about me, and I'm fine, and I'm a big boy, and that I'm just doing it because I killed men, women, and children, and there's Lucky.
Hey, Lucky. We're definitely not breaking and entering Sai's house.
I was confused why I heard voices that weren't Sai's. Hold on.
We were looking for him because Puffer got stabbed, but we couldn't find Rob and we couldn't find Sai, so then I went down into Sai's basement and grabbed all of the medical supplies and did the same things that he's done to me to Puffer, except I couldn't find where he keeps his antiseptic stuff. There, put that on the wound.
Well, Sai was just talking with Jay and someone else I can't remember in front of the guild not too long ago.
Okay, well then hopefully he's on his way home, and hopefully he doesn't freak out when he sees 3 people in his
Wait,
house.
that's him. Yeah. He's coming. He's
Okay,
literally
let
coming
me
right
let
now.
me finish. Let me rewrap this up after you put that on there.
I'm going.
Okay.
Bye.
Is Sai gonna get mad that it wasn't
Not
in
leaving, but
Marigold, or should we tell him?
in his basement.
I
What
don't.
do you want?
Hey, Sai. I was just coming to talk to you.
What for?
I just wanted to say I'm sorry for yelling.
Well,
Yeah,
I also apologize for yelling.
But
you need to understand that you guys are delusional.
Jesus, dude.
What are you guys doing in my house?
Puffer got stabbed and I was fixing his
Hi.
wound. And I cleaned up
You
his
got
wound and
stabbed?
wrapped it up and everything, and I did the same thing
Hold
that
on.
you showed me
What
how to
happened?
do.
Hi.
Puffer got in an altercation and got slashed in the arm, and so then I went to the hospital. Rob wasn't there. I came here. You weren't here. So then I took some of your supplies and I cleaned his wound and wrapped it up and did everything
Okay,
that
hold
you
on.
had taught me how to do.
Who was the
And I don't know if
altercation
I did a
with?
good job.
Hold on. This is gonna hurt a bit.
It's the left arm.
Okay.
Who was it the altercation with?
Oh, it was with Rain. I just kind of. It was back at the bunker. It wasn't in Marigold. Don't worry.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm tired of the fucking fighting.
Are you doing all right though, Puffer? Like, are you okay?
Besides the pain, yeah, the glowstone helps a bit.
Yeah.
Drink.
So I don't know where there could be. Kind of just teleported away.
I was
We're
gonna
have
check
to.
his house, but then I stumbled upon Puffer.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be in his house.
I'm gonna go check
He wasn't.
anyways. You guys have fun.
I'll come with you.
Nice seeing you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I said that, and I thought Sai was gonna. Simon was gonna yell at me. I wanted to get out of there.
Is this guy still in his house? No, he's gone. Okay. There was a pillager guy in his house. There! You home? His window is broken. Lucky! Behind you.
Huh?
Look up, behind you.
Oh, fuck. I mean... Oh, shucks. Okay.
That's sure. I have no idea. I think I'm just gonna call. I think I need to have a thing at the town hall.
Yeah.
We need to discuss different laws, what they mean, all that stuff, and then we also need to talk about what to do with there. And then we need to hold a trial for him because, he kind of made it worse for him. I think before we do anything court-wise, we need to come up with some written laws.
Yeah, we should
Because
probably
obviously
leave his house.
not everyone has their own definition for everything.
Come here, Pedro.
Well, you got Pedro.
Yeah, I did. I went down there and I picked him up.
I don't understand size. I'm sorry. He's being an absolute asshole. I don't know. I understand that he's found a new version of him, but he's just becoming dislike. Everyone's starting to hate him, and it's not good for him. And I know he's saying, "Oh, he found his true self." I feel like he's gonna spiral soon. He's just gonna go insane. And I did talk to Anna, and I think Anna's gonna talk to Sai about it.
I think I just want to go home and lay down after all of that.
I need to get some stuff set up, and then I'm probably gonna do the same.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
we definitely won that though. Not in the way that I wanted, but
I
I
think
still
we did
can't believe.
okay.
Still can't believe Jay just sat there. He did nothing. He just sat there.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, when I told him to leave, he just kept mocking me, telling. I know we got. I'm sure we got under his skin with the whole who's actual president right now, which I'm glad Marigold thinks I am. And they are right. We need to do some things because we haven't done very much.
Yeah.
So I'll probably talk to you about that later too. It's just a whole bunch of things that we need to talk about with this debate. Well, I'm probably gonna just go to the guild, get some stuff ready.
Okay. I'll go
Wait,
to my
later,
house, and
please.
if you need anything, just let me know.
All right. Well, you have a good one, maybe.
You too, JD. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
It's a lot, but we'll get through it. Let's go. I just genuinely hope we don't run into anybody on my way back.
That would be preferable. I ran into several different groups just leaving the auditorium.
God, I saw you talking to Puffer.
Yeah. Apparently we had both mutually heard about each other, but had never spoken.
Huh.
Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah,
So
he
I don't
is.
know what's up with this whole, glowstone, is it?
Yeah.
Yelling about
Drugs.
drugs. Is that why Ven asked me how do I feel about drugs?
Yeah, probably.
Oh. Never a quiet day in Marigold.
You know, I wish there was a quiet day in Marigold.
If there's a quiet day, that means something's wrong.
There's a quiet day, then there's finally a day where I can just take a nap.
Hmm.
God.
At least the day went at least the goal of the day went well. Also, what were y'all going into the Nether for? Puffer and I were talking, then we just heard everybody putting on armor and dropping to the nether. I tried to follow, but I started getting a bit of heat stroke.
We went to where MBS lives to see if there was there. See if there was in the end. Is Pedro
Did you
coming?
find?
No. We didn't find him.
So he just disappeared in the middle of
Yeah.
all of that to his
Come on,
stasis
Pedro.
chamber.
Yeah, there's... Do you wanna... I have one.
You have a stasis chamber? You had one this whole time?
Yeah, I don't tell anyone about it. Pedro, please sit down. Thank you. You gotta
excited.
promise not to tell anyone about this.
Okay.
I need a button.
Whoa.
Okay, come here.
All this bouncing makes me sick, but that's okay. That's fine. Where'd you go?
Find the portal.
Oh, what the?
Hi.
Huh.
Stand right here and walk straight forward.
Sorry, I got
Azazel
distracted.
used to make them.
And right here?
It's over one.
Oh.
And then just walk straight forward.
Oh, jeez. Down the ladder?
Down this way.
Oh, I already went down the ladder.
That's the long way.
See you in 10 years.
I've brought you down here once before.
Have you?
Yeah, when...
Oh!
Yeah.
This is a stasis chamber.
Don't ask about this. This is... Anyways. No, this is a stasis chamber. I don't have an ender pearl on me, but... You throw one down here, I can go grab one really quickly.
I might have one on me. That's typically my specialty. I have a couple.
I already left to grab one.
Should I just toss one down and hope?
No, let me come back with one. So basically, you stand next to it, look straight down, and then watch. Oh
That
shit,
didn't...
hold on.
Oh.
There you go. Now it's stuck there. Forever just floating, and then go on, flip the trap door down.
Wow.
Oh, and sometimes they
Hey.
spawn little freaks. But yeah.
I see. You just toss it in there.
Yep.
So someone else does have to activate it for it
Or
to
you can have it set on a timer to have
So the-
some redstone. Flick it down.
Did you find theirs chamber?
No. I mean, if I did a deep dive of his house, I could probably find it, but...
Because then we could probably figure out if this was a multi-person job or just their being really timely.
Yeah. Like, really timely.
Really timely. I have to assume you did not do this alone. That does make me worry about others involved.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get out of here.
Right.
Just hop up on this ladder here.
Hopping. Nice. So innovative. I'm glad you know what this is.
Yeah. Hey. Might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm okay with redstone.
I think you're a pretty sharp tool, personally. You've been through so much sharpening. Literally every day.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna head up to bed now. You go.
Yeah, sorry. I'll leave you to it.
It's okay. I'll talk to you soon.
For sure.
See you
Yeah.
later, Lucky.
Later.
God damn.